sweet 2 months now. I happy 4 months. Thanks for all the tips and tricks on building better. I've really progressed. Fwip pog fwip cozy fwip double dirt all around.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing, folks? Fantastic to see y'all out here. Thank y'all so very much for stopping by today. Sorry we're a little late getting things started here. Fantastic to have y'all. Cheesy Nugget, thank you for the 75 biddies. And Tech Kitty, thank you so very much for the 4 months. We've got Jam is Messy with the 6 months. We got Binzin Hood with the 2 months as well. Thank you all so very much for doing that. Sorry I missed that one, but with the stream getting started and everything, was running all over the place. I forgot to get the energy drink stuff going, and then I was like, I'm hungry, and then I was just like, I should probably pee before we start the stream, so we gotta go a little. Yep, there we go. We're good to go. We're good to go. Slytherin Lover, thank you so very much for the 4 months. I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate that. It's Myriad, thank you for 2 months of Pog. 2 months of Pog.
Pog.
Oh my gosh, everybody. Theodore, thank you so very much for the Prime sub. Hello 101 Games, thank you so very much for the 5 months. Can't believe it's already been this long, love of streams. Oh my gosh, I know, right? And Demonic Wizard with the 5 months as well. Good to see you, my friend. How ya doing? Fantastic to have you. Go and do some schoolwork right now, then watching. No worries, we'll be live for a while. We've got a lot of work to do today, folks.
It's already been this long. Love your streams.
Oh my gosh, Mraises with the 3 months over here. Don't worry, I was just petting Coda. That's also why I was a little late starting the stream. I was giving Coda good scratches.
Whoop whoop 5 months.
And it was a requirement. I could not start the stream before giving Coda scratches. So that's what it is. When's the next hardcore video coming out? Check the title. It might give you a hint there, my friend. Everybody's in class right now. Hopefully getting back into school and everything is going well. Leo Moro, thanks so very much for the Prime sub.
Hi F-Whip. Give Coda a peck for me sometime. Whip Coda love.
Anyways, everybody asking, is the World Download and the World Tour going to be coming tomorrow? They're going to be available for everybody who's a Twitch sub. So everybody who's subbing right now, you get the World Download. Congratulations! This includes Prime subs as well and gift subs. You just got to join the Discord, my friends. And then on top of that, if you're a Patreon member, you can get it. Or if you're a YouTube member, you can get it. That's what it is. Make sure you join the Discord for all those things. All right, everybody. I really appreciate all the support today. We've already done the level 2 hype train rocking in here. Wow, that's great. 15 minutes away from finishing geometry. Nice, nice. Willie, thank you so very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Try and get the caffeine flowing through me over here. We'll get going here soon. Oh my gosh.
Flip stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and hope your week is wonderful as well.
Holy cow, Beecher, thank you so very much for the donation there. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Jewel, thanks so very much for the gift sub as well, my friend. I do appreciate that. All right, so today's stream, Vincent, thank you so very much for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate that as well. Thank you very much, dude. All right, what am I thinking of over here? What am I trying to type? I'm trying to type something. Ah, there we go. Remembered. NVIDIA broadcast. That's the program. Oh my gosh. Mike with the 5 gift subs as well. Holy cow, folks. Everybody who's getting gift subs right now, join the Discord. Link your Twitch accounts. Make sure you're in there. You can get the World Download and all that cool stuff there too. If you want to get your hands on it for the Hardcore World, it'll be up tomorrow. And Anima in there with the 9-month resub. 9 months, dude. Holy cow. Thank you so very much. We have a new Twitch baby here, everybody. When are we going to do a Patreon server tour again? I want to do one here soon. I think it'd be fun to go do a stream day. We're just going to go chill on the Patreon server, do all that stuff, and be running around there. I think it'd be fun to do. So we'll probably do that in next little bit. Arrow King, thanks so very much for the 2 months. And Yellow Elephant, thank you so very much for the Prime sub. Good name. Good name. What are we up to today? Today we're going to be working around the village. We're not actually going to be working on the mountains too much, because I want to finish up a few interior spaces inside of the village. So we're going to try and get those things ready. I do not give out public world downloads at all anymore. I'm sorry for the people who are asking about those and are bummed that it's behind being a sub or whatever. I've released them publicly for too long, and they've been stolen and hosted on servers and things like that without my permission many times, and I don't like dealing with that anymore. So if I can protect my work a little bit, protect my artwork a little bit, I'm gonna do it. So I'm sorry for everybody else. You will be able to watch the world tour. You can see it all through there. We'll check out literally everything and all that good stuff. So anyways, let's jump into Minecraft for the day, because that's what we're here for, right? Where'd that app go that I opened? There it is. Haha, look at this. Woohoo! Woohoo! First time I see your stream/face, surprise me. Hi. Good to have you. Need to keep your art safe. Yeah. Minecraft is an art form, very much. As much as people think it's just building with blocks and things like that. Whatever you're making, whatever it might be, it sucks to have things taken without your permission. Even if you're in school and you got somebody who's like taking answers or whatever from you, it can suck and things like that. So I mean, I just don't want to deal with it anymore. Not dealing with it at all. Is allowed for LAN games with maybe 1 or 2 family members. To check out my world, that's fine. As long as you're not using it publicly, that's fine. As long as you're basically keeping it to just yourself and not sharing it, not posting it on a public server and trying to get the community to come to your server, that's fine. That's all I care about. Fortunately, can't stick around for too long. Gotta go do some stuff. Hey, Demonic Wizard, thanks so much for stopping by. You have a good one, all right? Hope things are going well for you. Oh my gosh, Delara, thanks so very much for the tier 1 sub. We got Warped Roddy, thank you so very much for the 5 months. And we got Maurice the Mooses with the 4 months. Holy cow. Happy 2021, by the way, everybody. First stream of the year. We're finally doing this. Slowly but surely, we will be getting things moving on today's stream. But people that are subs can leak the map too, though. That's true. But my hope is that people who have taken the time to subscribe or whatever have the respect to not do that. When it's a public world download and it's out there forever and anybody can grab it, it's easier for somebody to just say, oh, I found this random thing, I'm just going to post it on my world. Where if somebody actively takes the moment to subscribe to a channel, that means they're invested in the channel. That means they hopefully have respect for me being the owner of the channel, and will respect that. So we'll see. Beecher, thanks so very much for the 400 biddies as well. I do appreciate that, my friend. Keeping the hype train going. It's been going. It's going. All right. So I did a little bit of work this morning before we started the stream, and I built this little house here. This is meant to be a villager house, and I wanted to work today on getting the interior of this one in here set up. We can get the interior. We gotta do the interior down here. We gotta get this. This is just gonna be a villager house. So we're just gonna throw some bedrooms in here. They're just gonna do their stuff. But before we get to that, we've actually got to get 3 butcher villagers in here. So we've got to get those guys in here. This is a butcher shop that we built last week in last Thursday's episode. Seems like a lot of people really loved the front of it, which was really cool. I had a lot of fun building this one. I don't like that coming in here you can see the string and everything, but from like literally back to here you can't notice it at all, so I don't really care. But it should be good. So the plan today is I want to spend a little bit of time getting this house finished up, and then we're going to get this guy finished up in here. And then if we also have the time on top of that, we'll probably start working on the inn and tavern structure inside of here, getting this looking all nice and pretty. And it'd be cool. It'd be really, really cool to get all those things done. This side needs to be decorated a lot more. I really don't like how flat and tall it is. So I wanted to start bringing in a few things around here to mix it up a bit further, but we'll get there. Voodoo, thanks so very much for the 2 months. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what we could start with maybe is how would it look if we did like this? Do boop, 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 and then this. That's a kind of okay. A little bit of like an awning, and we can put some like flower pots up there. Do I have? I do. I do has flower pots. We can do this. I just wanted to slow down a bit today. We've been doing a lot of crazy work on the mountains, and I don't think I'm at the point where I'm burned out on the mountains or anything like that yet. That's the wrong box. But I've definitely been like, ooh, I don't really want to not struggle, but I don't really want to commit another 2 hours to placing stone today. It's kind of the spot that I'm in. So we're going to be focusing on just building a few little pretty things around the village. Malu Torres, thanks so very much for the 4 months. Hope you have an amazing year as well. Thank you very much. I mean, that's what we've been doing basically every stream so far has been 2 hours, 3 hours of dirt and stone placing to build this mountain up here. And I think we're at a good point to say it's good. But anyways, we'll get the outside of here decorated out. Let's go grab some flowers, see what we have available to us. Woohoo! I'm getting so good at that. Oh, I'm getting amazing at that. Let's grab 2 azure bluets. We can do those guys. And then detail blocks. We got, why do I have 40 note blocks in there? And a barrel. Put that in there. I don't know, my friends. I don't know. Got some chests. No space for chests. Maybe try campfire as a pergola effect. We could do that. We could do that for sure. I want to be able to place the flower pots on top, which you can't do on the campfires because they only fill up like the bottom slab space of a block. You can't do them on the top half. So I think like this might work a little bit better. But if we extend that, we could do like campfires here in the middle. Should we try campfires there in the middle? I don't have regular campfires on me. Can we make some? I think I just need to get some coal, right? Yes. Let's put these in there. Yeah, let's go get some coal and we can make some. Funny how Flip can accomplish more in 2 hours than I can in forever. I'm sure you could do it. All you got to do is just be like, okay, we're just placing blocks. Place as many blocks as we can. Maurice, thanks so very much for the 245 biddies there. All the corgis. All of the corgis. That's not cool. So how's everybody's start to the new year been so far? Has it been hopefully going through pretty smoothly on everything? Good to have you all out here. Hopefully it's not too busy jumping back into work and school and stuff is starting back up today. So hopefully it's going pretty well. Pretty chill start. That's good. That's good. We're going to be chilling today. I'm hoping it'll be a pretty relaxing one today. We definitely need some more steaks. Let's do that. Let's make a bunch of sticks. We can make just as many campfires as we can. And if we try boop, boop, and a boop, and then if we did that, does that look a little weird? I feel like that looks a little weird. It looks a little disconnected to me. What if we tried like that, and then over here, we try campfire and campfire. That's not terrible. I don't know. What are we thinking? It's going to be really skinny in here because you got to remember that this right here is going to be the wall of a building here too. So it doesn't, we don't want it to be filling everything across here. That's not too terrible though. I don't mind that. Ooh, and then on the bottom of them, we get to hang a lantern. Do I have a lantern? I should, somewhere in one of these chests. Yes, right there. Perfect. You can do a little lantern. Nice. That could work out. That'll give us a nice little bit of light in here too. Okay, yeah, let's give that a shot. See how that works out for the next little bit. Added more texture. True, true, true. Make my own texture pack. I'm really bad at colors. So do you think it's plagiarism? I use colors from other texture pack like yours, even though I changed them. If you're using the colors, literally every color that I use in my texture pack is sampled from the base Minecraft texture pack. I haven't introduced any new colors into the game. So if that's what you want to do, that's what I did. So it's fine. Use colors that already exist in Minecraft and instantly it'll feel more Minecrafty. What's this building for? It's just going to be general villager housing. Alicia, I don't know that. I don't know if that works. I don't know how it would work. What I would recommend though is Googling that. That's your best bet for questions like that. On can I record on X? Can I record in this way? Your best bet is just going to be ask Google. It's going to be the easiest way to find those answers. Because I don't know how all of that stuff works. I need to go get some andesite. We need some andesite and some gravel to change these little bits up. And some coarse dirt. Let's dive back down. How am I? I'm good today. I'm excited to get back into things. I know last week I took kind of just like I was just like, I'm out. I'm taking a little bit of time off. I kind of disappeared for a few days. I had originally planned to have a video up on Saturday from the I meant to have the mega base video up on Saturday that I've been working on for a little while now for episode 2 of that thing. and it just never really happened. I started doing the build. I really didn't like how the build turned out, so I tore half of it down, and now I'm rebuilding it, and I'm more enjoying how it's turning out now. I'm trying something that I typically don't do, and it was a struggle getting it figured out the first time. So that video is going to be a little bit late. I'm hoping to have it up by this weekend, but I didn't really realize until I was not working on Minecraft things how much I needed a little bit of a break away from everything. It was kind of interesting. I was like going through the motions, doing everything. It was totally fine. And then the second I stopped playing Minecraft, I was just like, man, I don't want to log into Minecraft for a little while. And so I took, after the stream on Wednesday, I literally didn't log into Minecraft again until this morning. And it was so nice. It was a perfect little break. Jolie, thanks so very much for the tier 1 sub. I really do appreciate that. But I think that just kind of goes to show of like, no matter if you love something, no matter how much you enjoy it or whatever it might be, sometimes you need a little bit of break. You need a little bit of time away from whatever it might be. And it's not a bad thing. It's okay. So that was really nice for me. I'm super inspired and ready to get back in here. And I was talking over the weekend, if y'all follow me over on the tweeters, about doing a amplified survival world. And I'm really, really kind of excited about doing that. So I think we might start an amplified survival world here in the next little while. Just a regular survival one. I think I'm going to finish this village here in the next week or two in the hardcore world. So we'll get this thing finished up, and then we'll have the mountains going on, and then we'll kind of start a new build project here in the hardcore world. But the hardcore world is more turning into that long-term survival stuff. Like, we've had the base game figured out. We have a lot of the beginning things inside the hardcore world really set up and ready to go at this point in time. So we're at the point where we need to start playing this as if it were endgame, which is fine. I really like that style of Minecraft, but I'm kind of excited to start like a fresh survival world. I feel like that base inspiration is like something I'm looking for right now too. Found you on YouTube. Hey, thanks for jumping over to Twitch as well. Whenever I start a new world, I never end up finishing it. Just get bored. That's okay. If you only like playing Minecraft for like the first few days of like building up your base and doing all that stuff, that's totally okay to play that way too. I do that a lot. It's just, as long as you're having fun playing the game, you're playing the game right. If you feel like you're getting like, oh man, I never finish anything, blah blah blah, but if you're having fun with the way that you play it, why do you need to change it up? It's fine. Recently found your channel. Just want to say I really look up to you and how you build your building with Whip World really inspired me to have more fun, play my own way in Minecraft. Hey, Dark Dork, great name. But I'm glad to hear that. Cool. How do I grow a watch streak? Keep watching streams. Can't miss a stream, and then you get a super cool watch streak. I don't know what I'm looking for right here. But anyways, so if you see a new survival world coming out in the next few weeks from the channel here, I just want to say, for one, this world is not going anywhere. We're going to be working on both of them. We're going to be working both of them at once. I think it'd just be kind of fun to have a little bit of a new thing going on for a little while. So we're going to be probably starting something like that here in the next few weeks. And we'll see where it goes. So what we need to do here, what is an amplified survival world? I can show you. Let's go take a look here real fast. For those who have not seen amplified survival, is it only on Java Edition, or is it also on Bedrock now? I can't remember. But anyways, world generation, I just made a creative one to go fly around and see what they look like and see if it was something I want to do. But world generation is insane. Everything is amplified. It goes up very, very high into the sky. So like, this is an amplified survival world. We're at Y level 113 right now, and you can see the terrain is going way, way, way up into the world. I think it looks really cool, and it would be fun to like try some fantasy build styles, like Karts was saying there. Bedrock has this? Okay, so Bedrock has it now too. So the plan is, I think we'll start a new survival world on something like that. I gotta find a cool seed though. So do you own your texture pack or resource pack? I mean, I've made it myself, so I guess technically I do own it. But it's out there for public download for people to use. It's not out there for public download for people to take textures from and use in their own pack. Does desert work with falling sand? Yeah, they'll have sandstone and everything underneath them, so it works out pretty well. I haven't played on one. I haven't played an Amplified Survival World since before I was a YouTuber. Since before I started my YouTube channel, I haven't played an Amplified Survival, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to make for a cool adventure and kind of a unique way to play survival, which I feel like people haven't done for a long time. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's go get some wool real fast so we can build a few beds. I think I have a shear in here. No, I have one sitting over at the sheep farm. Let's just go get some white wool and call it good. We'll come back, and I think the plan is going to be to throw 6 beds inside of that building. And eventually my goal is to have villagers just roaming around the village. So 6 is going to be... 6 times 3 is 18, right? Yeah, that'll be good. Perfect. Welcome on in, everybody. How you doing, Mia? Good to have you here. Thank you for stopping by. Cool, cool, cool. We got some beds. Let's get going. Do you support any team in the Premier League? Is that the U.S. League, or is that U.S. soccer? I follow the Sounders very loosely. Outside of that, I don't know anything about soccer enough to follow it. I think the soccer teams that I care about the most would be the Seattle Sounders are pretty cool to watch. And outside of that, the U.S. women's team is super cool. They kick major butt, so they're always fun to watch. Outside of that, I don't really follow soccer too much. Not too great since my dad has had a hard time at work. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Villagers are going to fall into your chest room. They shouldn't be dumb enough to try and walk over that, and we'll just have to remember to keep it closed more often. It'd be really sad if one's sitting on top of there where we go, ha ha, and then they just kind of go, woo. It'd be like a pull the lever Kronk situation. They'll just go. Villagers do be kind of dumb, though. It's true. They do be kind of dumb. Okay, so we got some beds in here. That'd be cool. We'll have to decorate this out a little bit more so they can have like a little... I don't want to do too much workspace type stuff. We're going to have a village full of fishermen villagers, most likely. That's going to be how it'll end up. Any tips on building houses in Minecraft? Just try something unique. Keep messing with it. Try different shapes. The biggest thing you can have is different roof shapes. Don't try and have anything too flat. If you're just having like see, like here we have it go up a few blocks and we just have it come out. That's interesting. I don't know, just keep trying to messing around with new things. Look at tutorials of what you're seeing out in the world, and don't follow the tutorial in specifically, but look at the tutorial, see how they did something, so you can be like, oh my gosh, look how Flip built this little awning for the butcher. I really like that. We got some fence gates, there's a few trapdoors, and then we got some carpet held up by wool. That's cool. I'm gonna add that into my build. But then you don't take the rest of it. You take something else that somebody else did for the other parts of it, and then you kind of create your own style out of it. Are you excited or dreading returning to building with Flip? More on the dreading side. I feel like if I jump back into there, I'm gonna be like, what the heck was I doing? What's up, Eggs? Welcome on back, dude. Good build palette for a jungle. I recently saw Gem. She used like smooth sandstone and jungle wood and stuff in there. It turned out really cool. That's a good way to go. You want to have something that's going to pop against all of the green. Stripped wood is supreme. Stripped wood is pretty solid. What do we want to do out here for some more details? Let's do... You know what? Before we worry about the details, let's go ahead and get... CJ, thanks so very much for the Prime sub for 1. But let's get these guys figured out back here. We need to start getting a few bits figured out in here so we can... The plan is to throw butchers back in this section. We want to put butcher villagers back here so that they can... Oh, there's a hole back in that point. Oopsies. Goodbye. We want to put butcher villagers back there so we can trade with them and unlock them as we need to and have them doing their thing, and it'll be all pretty and great, and you can go grab right back in there. There's no door on that. That's where the door was. I was like, why do I have a door in my inventory? That's why. Okay, we got it. We're good. Been watching through the village rework, X-Life in the series. You're great at building and funny. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, no worries that you gotta run. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the kind words. If you ever got a second dog, what breed would you choose? We're looking at another husky eventually, or maybe like a Malamute is kind of what I want, but it'll probably be something husky related. We will see. Like the hardcore series, found you on Twitch today. Hey, welcome on in, dude. Good to have you. What do I want? We need to get villagers up there. What would be the easiest way? Let's look at our minecart routes that we have set up down here already. I feel like we don't have anything going off in that direction. We could turn this right here and have that go up and just kind of have them pop out of the floor real fast. Should we do that? Because we could have them just pop here, then go this direction and go up. I feel like that might be our best bet. Or we need to take them out. What's another direction that we had? Was it back through here? I swear. Because we can't go this way. This way leads to zombie villagers that we don't want to be interacting with. So I think our best bet is going to be going right there. Let's jump into the butcher shop, which we'll have to make some smokers for, correct? Smokers are the butcher workstation block? Or am I going insane on that one? But I think if we bring ourselves down here, we can do that, and then we can kind of bring ourselves all the way down this way. So we want to get down to like something like that. It'll be okay. I don't remember the Y level that we're at down here. Have you been to Ireland? I have not. I would love to go someday though. That'd be amazing. I didn't look at the coordinates at all up there, by the way. So we're going to go out to here. What are we at? 69. All right, everybody remember 69 and 1136. Of course. Of course it's that number. The center of the square is too boring. Once we get some... I mean, it's very functional with the floor disappearing. But once we get this house finished up, I think it's going to look a lot better. Oh, it's because we were way far over. What was it? 36? And it was 57, right? Aha! Perfect. Nailed it. I hope the villager breed is working. I haven't checked it for a good while. But it should be okay, right? What's my real name? You can check the info down below. Couldn't watch most of Flip's streams since they're all hardcore and I wasn't caught up yet, but I've caught up now. I can finally watch a stream. Well, come on in. We're going to have some more variety of streams coming in here very soon. I was chatting with some folks about getting an Among Us stream going soon with like proximity voice. That would be kind of fun. We'll see. We'll see on that. So we'll be good. Among Us where you can't lie, but I feel like proximity voice Among Us I could be better at. So we'll see. I've never played it. Oh, hey folks, I think we got villagers. Oh no. Yeah, my actual name is Flip, everybody. It was an easy choice for the YouTube name. We just chose Flip. I don't even know what proximity chat is in Among Us. Like, I have a general idea of what it might be, but I haven't even tried it quite yet. I've never even looked at it. Are you late? We started about a half hour ago, so perfectly on time. Good to have you. So we need to, let's first and foremost get one of these guys down there to help clear this area out a bit. And then we will deal with unlocking them in a moment. I think the breeder is working a little too well. A little too well. Let's get the rails set up here, get them all the way in. Then we gotta go build the smokers, which smokers is just logs around a furnace, right? Isn't that it? Oh, all my stuff's upstairs. Iron. We need to get a rail box. Just, you can hear people close to you, which is funny if you hear someone die. Okay, so you can, it's like you're in a voice call where you can hear people that are nearby you, right? Like that's all it is. Which I think is kind of cool. I think it's kind of a cool way to play the game. So we need three furnaces. 3 smokers. Perfect. And then from here, I need my rail box. Where'd all my rails go? I had like 6 stacks. Excuse me. Where did we put all the rails? Why do I have rails in here? That probably will explain where a lot of the rails went. I just left them places. What happened to X Life? It'll be back soon. We're just taking a little bit of a break right now. Arrow King, thanks so very much for the gift sub, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Get the little redstone block right in there. That'll be good. We can have this turn the corner. We do redstone right here, and then we could do boop, and a boop, and a boop. That'd be good. Get them flying all the way up there. And then that. And that should be all of the rails that we need in here. Perfect. It is. Okay. So then we can come down here, grab our little smoker that we've got, place it right there, break that, and we should have our butcher villager, which I have to go get raw chicken or rabbits. I thought there'd be an emerald for something trade. Let's try this again. You lost your job. New job. Raw pork chops and rabbits. That's a little bit easier. Let's keep shuffling. Ooh, emerald for rabbit stew. We can do that. We have emeralds. We can make that one happen. I should have some up here. We got a Hazard Destroyer with the Cozy Call, my friends. We got a Cozy Call coming in over here. Hazard has redeemed it, my friends. If you're feeling quite cozy today in this wintry season, let us know, okay, my friends? Butchers are your least favorite villager. They have a good trade if you can max them out. You can get one sweet berry for 1 emerald, which if you think about it, is a little stupid. Oh, I dropped a rail in there. I'd like my rail back. Arrow King, thanks so much for the 100 pride biddies. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How you doing? We have coal for emeralds. We got 1 emerald for 5 cooked pork chops. Not bad. Not bad. You know, not golden carrots, but it's not bad. Now we can just do that, and we can get a bunch of pork chops. Full stack of the pork chops right there. Perfect. Look at all them cozy people. Just got here just in time for the Cozy Call. Of course. Of course. See, and now we get raw beef and mutton for some emeralds. That's not bad either. I think we're just going to leave him as a journeyman, and then if we want to max him out later, we can. But let's send you off to your new home, and we'll leave all of those cups of stew down there. What was a flipper snapper? It's the young flipper snappers. It's like a fan of whip. Stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's whatever you want it to be. Let's get down here, and we're gonna go like this. Then we're gonna do whoop.
New year, new bits.
Got it. Perfect. Woohoo! Nice. Perfect. New year, new bits. Eggs, thanks for the 500 biddies, dude. Hope you had a good new year, my friend. Hope you had a good new year. I don't know if anybody here from the US saw the crazy like light show, or it was like a CGI New Year's celebration they did over the Space Needle here in Seattle. If you're looking for something crazy to watch that's like super space age looking, go check it out on YouTube. It was really cool. It was really cool. Let's disable that lever. Bring a new villager down here. He wasn't zombified. Yeah, we don't need to zombify him yet. We can send him back down if we want to zombify him. I don't know what we're going to use the zombie butchers for. I mostly just want to have them in here to say that I have them, because that's the type of person that I am. Am I realistically going to ever use them? No. But I want to be able to say that I have them. You're not going to sleep, aren't you? Thanks, bud. Today is the first snow in like a year where I live. Hey, very cool. Felt that. These are from Faith. Faith, thank you for the 400 biddies. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Is it end of the workday? It looks like it is. Sun's going down, everybody. Sun is going down. Do people not understanding the Flipper Snapper reference make you feel old? Because that's These young whippersnappers. They don't know what a whippersnapper is. It's fine. It's fine. We can all be old together. I feel like I'm even on the young side of that one. Like that, I feel like whippersnapper growing up was like the joke of like what old people called young people when I was a kid, but like nobody actually really said it. Where's my name come from? From the universe of words and things. And I don't know. It just came into being. Today has been the Mondayest of Mondays. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Struggling to grow a YouTube channel. If you check out my second YouTube channel, I have Fwip2, TWO. I put out a video a week or two back for advice on gaming and how you can run a YouTube channel and things like that. I would say check that out. But if you're asking for a shout out, please don't. Don't like when people do that, especially when I don't know them. But thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. But if you really want some advice, go check out the video I posted on my second channel. I really need to make a Twitch chat command for that. You know what? Well, this guy right here is doing his stuff and trying to figure out what the heck it means to be a butcher villager. I'm gonna pull that up right now. We're gonna do that. And sorry for Flip voice in the background. We're gonna copy that link and I'm gonna make a new chat command here. Nightbot commands, custom, add command. What should we call it? Command YouTube advice. There we go. Flip's YouTube advice is available here. Link to video. Sweet. There we go. All right. Now, if anybody comes in here, the chat, everybody who's like the people who help me putting in commands when people ask the same question all the time, I appreciate that. There's now a new one for !YouTube advice. If we see anybody here jumping into the Twitch chat that's looking for that stuff, somebody just hit him with that YouTube advice thing for me, okay? Appreciate it. And now we can get some more rabbit stew. Lots of rabbit stew that I'm not going to eat. Actually, should we eat one just for the advancement? It's fine. It's got like a 2-minute cooldown on it, so can't be spammed. Cooked chicken? Jimmy would love this. We can get chicken without murdering chickens. Oh, that's so good. Just witnessed you do Hackerman stuff. Hackerman. I don't know what that was. That was, that's weird. Goodbye. Go villager. Go. Distraction. Hey, look, we have a villager to chase down. Let's go do things. Finally don't have to work when you're streaming. Hey, Emma, good to have you. I'm gonna go figure out a place where we can put these slabs down. I feel like I don't need them in the tunnel. I think, oh, we can go put them in that other tunnel over here. We're in the mainframe, everybody. Welcome to the Matrix. It's the Matrix, everybody. Woo. First time ever watching your stream? Hey, good to have you. Welcome on in. This is the stupid shenanigans we typically do on stream. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I just put you back in your little boxy. You do that. Okay, we've got... Oh, you have dirt over your head. I'm sorry, both you have dirt over your head. That's fine. Look at them butchers over there. They're doing their thing. Great. Truly hope most people in the chat have seen The Matrix. If not, if most people in here are like, what's The Matrix? Oh, it's that old movie? That's when I will feel very old. We have a Walmart toaster coming in with the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much, my friend. Awesome username, by the way. Didn't watch it, but you know what it is. Good. Okay, we need to get one more villager up there. I forgot to move the rails, but before we do that, we need to give the new villager some better walls. Do you have an ocean outpost? I do not yet, but I want to make one. I've realized that the next place that I want to go to is a flower forest. We're actually going to go do a little scouting later today. I want to get your opinions on something. And I think there's a flower forest nearby me that is not the one back at spawn, because spawn 1 is too far away. And so I don't want to go there if that's the only one we can work with. Okay, so we've got that set up. And then over here, actually we can do this. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. Let's go all the way over here. Got to jump into the villager breeder little tower that we have going on. I never enter this way, but that's fine. We can go down here. We got that guy. Let's send off another villager. Oh, I think I left the rail on. Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go. Yes, thank you. Do you want to be a butcher? Do you want to be a butcher? He do. We don't like those trades. There's so much food down here. How about a new one? Nope, we don't like them. Yes, we like. It's fine. Okay, he's locked in at a butcher. We need some chicken. The love on chat is real. Everyone here is very nice. We've got such a great community here. I appreciate y'all being here to help make this a positive place. It really is like, it's not like, I know like streamers help determine what their chat is, and a lot of that stuff is like streamers help direct it in the right way, but I appreciate y'all being good people in here, hanging out, having a good time. Been trying to read more. Chat, any recommendations? Good goal for 2020. I think I need to get this stuff, and I think I need to be standing back here and fill that in, otherwise he will teleport out of block. Yes. And then we can do that. Perfect. All right, he's in his home. We've got our 3 butcher villagers in here. They're in their homes. That's great. Those dudes are chilling. Let's close this floor back up, because we're realistically not going to bring anybody else up here, but we'll leave the rail system down in there for now. That's probably where all my rails are going, is I'm just like patching up the floor. I'm just like leaving them in there. 2021. Oh, oops. I was that kid in school that usually until March would write the year as the previous year. It usually took me a good 2 to 3 months to write the correct date on my paper. I would get the first 2, like I get like January 4th or whatever it is correct, and then I'd put 2020 when it was 2021 or whatever year it was. I was really bad about that. Need another tip video on how to make diagonal houses / buildings. I have like 2 or 3 out, I think. If not, I know Joel recently did a video on diagonal house building. You can go check that out. I didn't watch the video yet. Don't tell Joel. But I'm sure he had some good advice in there. He's a good builder. He probably did a good job. Wrote my years wrong for at least 6 months. It was hard. It was like, you got to remember to like write the date on the paper. I remember some grade school teachers would like, if you didn't write the date on your paper, they would knock you down a point. Like if it was like out of 10, you could get only a 9 out of 10 if you didn't write the date on the paper. But even if you got everything else right, just you would get -1. It was just like, bye. I don't understand. These are my random junk boxes that everything is in. That's my song. Filling random junk boxes with more random junk. After we finish this village, I'm just gonna need to do like a full detox of my ender chest. We're just gonna have to like clean everything. Why do I have glass in that shulker box? I don't know. That's my rail box, and I have glass in it. I have learned the strengths of having a shulker box dedicated to rails and transportation things, though. It's quite good. What's your typical daily schedule? Well, the dog wakes me up at about 8. We go on about an hour-long dog walk. Then I get home, and I usually figure out what I need to do for the day, whether it's streaming, recording videos, or whatever all that stuff might be. Then I usually stare aimlessly at my desktop for about 20 minutes while trying to work up the motivation to start recording and doing stuff in there. And then after that, it's usually about like doing work until like 5. Spent the holidays doing homework. Yeah, that sucks. That's always so rough. Okay, so we got the butchers in place. That's good. Those poor dead chickens. Hey, they came straight from the butcher villager. I didn't do that. What do we want to do in here? I feel like we need to have... This is like the place of dealing with the animals, as you might say. So I feel like a few little doors over there to stop animals from running inside could be a good way to go, just for like immersion's sake. Do we have any... Ooh, yep, we got smoke doors. Perfect. Let's go and do these guys. We're gonna just detail out a bit of stuff today, figure out how it goes, and then do this. Yes. So this can be the area for the animals and the butcher to do their work. So we're probably just going to leave that open because we're going to need some area for animals. And I actually need a piece of redstone because reasons. And we're just going to do that guy. And then we're going to sleep. Get a smooth stone slab as a slaughter block. Do I have smooth stone on me anywhere? I think we might have to cook some. Do some cooking. I never craft smooth stone. Like, smooth stone is one of those things I'm just like always like, yeah, I would love to use this. It's a cool block. And then I'm just like, man, I forgot to craft it. It's fine. Nope, I think I have some down here. That's why I want to get a super smelter set up here soon in the mountains. Oh, I can't wait. I want to get a super smelter design. Yes, we do have some, because then I'll just start throwing in everything. We've got the fuel now with the bamboo farm that we made. And now it's just going to be time of, can we just lob everything inside a super smelter and call it good. Mars, thanks so very much for the 3 months.
Mars here. 3 months. Love your work.
Do appreciate that. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like, you know me, you know? You know. Cool. Oops, that's a rocket. So we're gonna go with a little bit like this. Make it look like it's a clean area. I'm gonna do boop boop. That, and then that. Yeah, so that'll give us... Oh, we made it even smaller in here. Does this go into the thingy? There we go. This is our butchering area. Yep, it's fine. Put a stone cutter in the house like a saw. Brutal. Just, all right, piggy, just walk forwards. It's gonna be okay. That's, yep, that's just a little bit more toned down than that one, okay? Just a little bit more toned down. It'll be fine. It's like, come here, little piggy, it's fine. Foxes, thanks so very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, we need to get, we need to go pick up some blackstone too. We need to make a little, I think we're just gonna do a furnace set up like this, just have some blackstone around it instead of building a little fireplace, because I feel like a fireplace could be a little too busy, but we could maybe squeeze it back into there and have the campfire there and have a little grate in front. Do we go with campfire? Like campfire sitting right in here? Because then it'd have something like that, and we have blackstone, blackstone. We need this to be blackstone. Do we do a campfire? How does hardcore work? If we die, we lose the world. That's how hardcore works. Because then we can put this guy down here and have a furnace in the ground. We need to cook things. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna have like a little like table set up right in here. I don't like that. Let's do the oak, because otherwise we're copying the roof. Something like that. We can have some storage over there with some of these thingies. Another little storage guy right there. A boop and a boop. Yeah, that works. It's okay. I don't mind that. Let's go get some more blackstone. I don't know how much I have, but we'll see. We will see. You use a loom as empty bookshelves? Yeah, I want to start getting some looms around the place right now. We'll see. I have physical therapy right now. Hope everything's okay. Recover quickly. Blackstone. Where do I think I store it over here, right? Yes, there's the blackstone. That's basalt, not quite blackstone. Oh, yes, we do have it. Perfect. Let's take a little bit of polished as well. Why not? Hardcore is a lot. There's a lot of bass with a minimum amount of melody. Eggs, what are you going on about? I will say this year was filled with a lot of kudos to the fiance for this one of dubstep Christmas music. Didn't realize how cool that stuff was until we just started listening to a bunch of it, just for the heck of it, because we were like, it's like just like it's a weird Christmas season, so let's do some dubstep Christmas, and it was kind of good. Didn't hate it. Okay, so that'll be fine in there. We can do that, and then we can just do like a little iron bar across the pot, across the front words. Please, yes, we do have one. Yes. Let's see. Do we want to hang some chains up in here? That seems like a gruesome thing to have. So we do like, there we go. There's a little fireplace. I am so happy about Blackstone now. It's something I didn't really use too much of, and now I'm like hooked on it. I think it's such a cool block. We don't have any way of doing anything in here. We don't have any way to use chains because the ceiling is not a full block. So it'd look like gross. It's fine. So we can do like a torch right there. We can do a torch back here. That should be enough light. Yeah, that'd be okay. You can use open gates as hooks. That could be cool. That's a good way. Badger, that's a cool idea. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Do I have any trap fence gates? I don't. But we have the skills. We have the skills to create fence gates. I feel like a darker one, so we probably want to go some spruce. Some sprucey spruce. Like that. And then we want to do like that. Yeah, let's just do one. We can do one little guy on the side. I feel like we need a crafting table in here as well. But we can have like a little spot to hang one up right there. That could, yeah, that'll be good. Perfect. I want something here in the middle, but I don't know what. Something that would, because we have a little table. Maybe we just leave it open so we have the ability to easily get around in this area. Do y'all think it's fine having that? Does it look too plain leaving the middle open? I feel like it's okay. It could very easily get very, very full if we were to fill this up. What we could do, now that I'm thinking about it, is instead of having this there, we could have like a little shelf of sorts if we can grab a oak slab, and then it'll be like we have the little checkout stand in that point. I think that could be okay. Put a rug down. I feel like a rug in a butcher shop is not quite the way to go, because something tells me it would get a little dirty. It would be a little gross after a while. To me, just a rug in a butcher shop does not seem like the right way to go. But we can do that. What if we do that? That looks okay. Yeah. Then we got a little stand in here. There you over there. And we could use that last oak sign on the corner. Yes. Little dirty. Might get a little disgusting after a while. Just, from the workplace. That's why we use a red rug. Perfect. Stone mosaic. I don't know how fancy I want to go with this village. I think this will be okay though. Let's put some emeralds back in here. 7. It's fine. How many are we really going to use in this area? More redstone to look like blood graphic. Yeah. And Minecraft is a kid's game. I think that looks good though. I like that little build we have going on in there. I think that'll be cool. That'd be a good way to have it for now. Okay, this one in here. The good vibes in chat be the real killer. Thanks for the 100 biddies. I appreciate that, Jolie. First time being noticed by a streamer. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hi, how's it going? Good. You went live as I went to the gym. Dude, good on you for getting a workout in on the first real Monday of the new year. Congratulations on that. You're winning. You're doing more than most people. My workout this weekend was we went to the dog park on Saturday and let Coda run around for a little bit. Then after that, we got burgers. And then that night, I ate way too much Chinese food. We ordered Chinese food on Friday, which was delicious. It was great. Just like takeout Chinese food. And then we had so much leftover that was like, Saturday night, oh, we'll just have leftovers for dinner. So I had a burger for lunch, and then I had way too much Chinese food for dinner. And I was just like, I am a human potato. I've eaten so much food today, but it was all so delicious. I just want to go sleep. Oh, I was going to let you all know. We started playing Raft. My fiance and I. It's been really fun. Neither of us have ever played it before. We started playing Stardew Valley again, which was really fun, but it was just kind of like feeling like we wanted to check out the new stuff. And for me, I was like, it's going to take too long to get there. So taking a little break from that one, but we started Raft and it's been really fun. It's really fun to play co-op. Neither of us know anything about it. And we were about to the point of dying and just not surviving, then realized how the research table worked. And that's been very, very helpful. It's actually like, oh, so you just put items in there and that's how you get new recipes. So now we've killed the shark once. I got killed the shark once, so that was pretty cool. But he was a little rough, a little feisty dude. I didn't expect the shark to come back so fast after killing it. Can we just put this like right here? I don't know why I would have a grindstone, but let's just do it. It's a little detail. Sure. No, I don't like that. Looks stupid. Somebody said the campfire could be a good touch down here with some raw pork chops on it. Can we buy raw pork chops? No, we can only buy cooked pork chops, which we can't put on there. All right. Let's go see if we can find any downstairs. If not, we can go kill some pigs. Fiance on the stream while playing Raft. I don't know. Maybe one day. It's been kind of just like a hangout game for now. Didn't realize that was my sub-anniversary. Oh my god, it was 12 months. Holy cow, that's cool. Good. Subbed at the start of January last year. That's amazing. What am I looking for? Pork. Raw pork. Any sort of raw meat that we might have. I don't doubt I have any in here. Am I blind? Am I missing any? Don't see any over here. Minecraft Lover, thanks so very much for the 3-month resub at tier 2. Holy cow, my friend. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I don't think we have any down here. Bummer. Sorry, piggies. Do we have any carrots? No, but I know where we can go harvest some. Then we can go get some. Where will the world download be tomorrow for Twitch subs? In the Discord. If you want to get your hands on the world download and you're a Twitch sub, make sure you join the Discord and then get it all linked up and everything from there, and you'll get the world download right away. I'll post it basically as soon as the video goes out tomorrow. Played Raft in early times, was very laggy. Yeah, we noticed it was a little laggy at the start too, but it seems fine now. It's pretty solid. We haven't really gotten any big main islands yet or anything like that. We're just at the surviving point. We literally just unlocked like medium-sized crop things and stuff like that. So planted the first melons down and all that. So we're starting to get more than eating potatoes and tiny fish, which is cool. But it's been fun. It's been really cool. Why is it laggy? It was very early access when it first came out, but it's a fun game. But Jolie, thanks so very much for the gifts. Oh my gosh. That pig just terrified me for a second. Piggy, inside, buddy. Come on. All the piggies inside. Yes. Good job, piggies. Here you go. Have some carrots. I've been trying to breed these up so we can have a healthy amount of animals all over the place. I want to have a few, at least in each of our little areas that we have, because we have so many sheep over there. We had a lot of cows. I kind of murdered them and stopped breeding them. But, oh, 4 pork chops. Nobody else has to die today. That pig was very full of pork. How are the mountains looking? They're looking fantastic. Last stream that we did on this world, we got the area finished up for the waterfall and everything, which was really cool. But it's today's a little bit of a break from the mountains, at least to get started. If I feel like we need some more stuff to do at the end of the stream, we'll go back. But we got a few things we gotta finish up before world tour time. The pig was beefy, or was he porky? He was porky. It was Porky the pig. We just killed Porky, everybody. Eggs, thanks so much for the 100 biddies, dude. I appreciate that. 1K to start off the month already. You are insane. Then we do boop, boop, boop. Pork for sale. I don't know why it's on the ground, but pork for sale. Or do we want to put up here? Yeah, let's put it up there. Pork for sale. I don't know. It's fine. Just ignore it. There were potatoes on the ground back there. Yeah, we just harvested them because I fell out of the sky and landed on it. Did not mean to. It's fine. Okay, next up is... I wanted to actually release a few villagers into the area. I don't know how much I want to detail these areas out down here, just because I almost want them as a place for villagers just to run into and run out of. But what we can do is let's head over to the library and buy a bunch of bookshelves and just throw some bookshelves in there. Make it really basic. We'll get a crafting table, we'll get a few chests, and we'll get some bookshelves because I don't want the villagers to be picking up too many professions. As is right now, we will already have a village full of fishermen because I use barrels everywhere. So, ooh, your trades are getting expensive. Okay, that's fine. Let's just do that. 16 bookshelves should be more than enough. We're out of everything. They have cute hats, though. They do have cute hats, though. We're going to have a village full of fishermen, and it's going to be fantastic. We could put some beds up here, too. That'd be fine. We'll get that eventually.
Hi, Whip. Happy 2021. 6 months went by quick. Shocked face. Face.
Nikki, thank you so very much for the 6 months. Holy cow, I really appreciate that. That's really kind of you. Happy 2021 to you as well, my friend. I think we need some more beds up here, folks. Let's do like a little bookshelf action right in there. We can have 3 beds on that side. We can put 3 beds over here as well. So maybe we have little nightstands and some bookshelves. I need to go get some crafting tables and chests and things. Ooh, yeah. There's a bunch of chests. We can use some note blocks. Decorative sea pickles, because why not? And then let's just turn these all into crafting tables. Cool. Because these won't be anything to pick up villager professions. They'll be fine. Be kind of nice to have some of them around here. Because we do stuff like that. That's a cool little deco bit right there. Then all those beds are still accessible. We can change the lights over here to there and there. That'll be good. We need to go get some more wool. So we need 3 more. So that's 9 wool. Perfect. We should have that already. Big John with the Prime sub. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Put a flower pot on one of the nightstands. Not a bad call. I'm a professional. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm so good. Yes, I get the wrong number of things. It's fine. It's all good. On our way back to 700. I know. Jeez. 659. That's crazy. Parkour King. Thank you. That is my new title. I will only be addressed as Parkour King, or I will only respond to Parkour King moving forwards. Thank you very much for understanding.
5-month subiversary, Pog. Hope you had a good time over the holidays. You've been a great escape to the real world.
Hey, Blue Wolf, thanks so very much for the 5 months, dude. I'm glad and happy. Glappy. I'm glappy. I don't know where that word came from, but happy to be of assistance to you. I hope you have a cool place to hang out and a break from it all. Glappy. Glappy, you enjoy hanging out here. Glad and happy. New word. New word, everybody. New flip word. That's a flip word if I've ever heard one. Put a little flower pot right there. Nice. So we got a bunch of little spots over here for villagers to hang. They can do all their stuff. It'd be super cool. Jolie, thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate that. Oh, I meant to put decorative sea pickles down. How could I forget the decorative sea pickles? The vanilla, better vanilla building texture pack. Are you talking about the one by, let's make some more trapdoors here. Spruce trapdoors. Are you talking about the one by Germsy Boy? I'm sure there's a million better vanilla building texture packs out there, but that's the only one I really know of too well. He's very glappy doing hardcore. I don't know. We do a little shelf action here. Decorative sea pickle, because why not? We're professionals. We can have decorative sea pickles if we want to. And what I'm going to do is a decorative crafting table and a chest. Look at that. Prime gaming abilities right there. The Fwiptionary, all the Fwip words. There's too many to count at this point. Decorative sea pickles in the butcher shop, because we can. And break it up a little bit. Let's do a little trapdoor right there. I don't know why. It's there, though. There are too many Fwip words to count at this point in time. I like these houses, though. I think we did a pretty good job with them. They're looking pretty sweet. Here we can have a little decorative entrance to it as well. So it's got a little awning. Close the door. Down here. Time to do some deco stuff in this point. And what I was thinking is we could have like a dividing wall almost. I know we're not going to have many windows down here because that's totally ground layer. What is this? That's into the box as well. That's not, yeah. No windows in this point. That's okay. Torch, and torch. Everybody down here lives in darkness. They are the cave dwellers. And then we can do a crafting table right here. We can do another note block and a note block and a note block. And we can do like a chest and a chest. Just trying to make it look like there's some storage down here. Something that the people living in this area have. I don't know. They can have a decorative bookshelf with decorative sea pickles. You know what? They can have 3 pickles. 3 pickles for these people. They have no windows. This house would never sell. Yeah, 0 bedrooms. Listed price in Seattle of $800,000. 0 bedrooms, no windows, upstairs neighbors, but you can buy the place. $800,000. You have 3 pickles. It's really worth it. It's great location, prime in the middle of downtown village life. What more could you ask for? The walls seem kind of bland. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is take some smooth stone. I think this could work out. This is gonna be a test. I've never tried this before, but I think if we take smooth stone around here, I have to sneeze. Oh, that was rough. Okay, I caught it before y'all heard. Cameroni and cheese. Thank you so very much for the 3-month primary sub. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I think just a little band going around the base can help actually break it up. Yeah, I like that. That's okay. Just a little bit of a dividing band. That's cool. Because I do enjoy the cobblestone out here on the front side. I think that works pretty well. And I want this to feel a little bit like an alleyway, so I'm okay with that. Because you think like we're going to get all of these things out of here, and it should look pretty good. Because we can pick up this. And then we're in here. Yeah, I like that a lot. Shulker box. Do not lose. Do not lose it. Because if you think about it, this building's going to come up here. It'll move over this way a little bit. And that'd be a cool little alley spot in here. I'm looking forward to that being finished. Yeah, that's looking nice. I like that a lot. That's really nice. Hey, just got here. What's going on so far? We've just been decorating some houses, building up some new stuff around here. I built this thing for tomorrow's video because before the world tour, I wanted to get a few more villagers running around the place. And before the download, I wanted to have some fun with just villagers running around everywhere. So I figured it would be kind of cool to get a little bit of that in here for now. But now what we got to do is the fun part, is we have to release villagers into this world. It's gonna be great. Actually, before we do that, let's go build that tree in the back. We've got a tree to build first. So inside of here, I need my oak leaves. Cool, we got those guys. We need the oak wood, not in there. Is it in here? Yes, it's in that one. Okay, so we need oak wood. We need spruce fences. That's oak fences. We might need a few more spruce fences, but it'll be close. Let's see, we need 5, 10, and then 4, and then 3. No, we have enough. Cool. Sorry, I was mathing in my brain there. It's like 10 plus 4 plus 3 is less than 21. Ha ha, we're good. Why am I trying to sleep? I don't know. Quick maths. I only just got Twitch, and the reason I got it is to watch you. Hey, welcome on in, dude. Good to have you. Will this be in time lapse mode for a video? No. I kind of forgot to start replay mod, and at this point, I'm just not going to bother. It's fine. It's all good. We need to get a few of these. Let me bring you down here. We need those. This is private stream content that'll only be seen by people who watch the stream or watch the world tour of my I've survived 1,000 days in a hardcore Minecraft video. I still don't know if I'm a title at that or not, but we'll see. Good maths. Let's do this, and then over here we're gonna have these guys. So I'm gonna do boop boop, boop, boop boop. We just kind of go around all these fences and put leaves on them, and then we add some more details later on. Then on top of the fences we can do some stuff like this here too. Here, up here, we can do boop boop and a boop, and then have that sticking out there so it's not too crowded. These guys can be sticking up over here, and then we're gonna do bam and bam, and like this. That's gonna be too crazy. Sure, you can have a leaf there. We're gonna have a leaf here, a leaf there. Why not? Boop, boop. Yay! Leaves everywhere. No, that's blocking the road. I can't have that. That's not gonna work. It's fine. It's okay. No issues whatsoever. That's okay for the base of the tree. Yeah? Yeah. That looks okay. Fine by me. Then we come over here, jump back up top. And then we want to do like a boop and a boop and a boop. And I think I want to actually raise this up another block. So we can do like that. That'll be fine. And we're probably going to do leaf, 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 leaf. Leaves right in here. Sure, sure, sure. We do a leaf, and a leaf. Gonna just leave it alone over here. Get it, get it. It was a pun. Wasn't it great? Music is also mellow. We're chilling, man. We're chilling. There's a lot of busy stuff going on. Sometimes you just gotta chill. How's that? That's okay. I don't mind that. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a good little tree. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that turned out well. Oh, I like that one a lot, actually. Cool. Puns need to either be a good pun You have to either get everybody to laugh at it, or you have to get everybody to scowl at it. You know you had a successful pun when everybody is laughing at it, or if everybody hates it. I personally think if you can get a pun that everybody hates, that is the most satisfying pun. If you can get a pun where everybody is just like, did you seriously just say that? Did you seriously just say that? That for me is yes. You better believe I did. That for me is just like, I went there. I stooped to that level. Just throw that away. I feel like someone might take that darker route. This looks pretty good though. I like these little houses in here. All right, before we get villagers rocking and running throughout this place, I gotta go take a wee real quick. So I'll be right back with you guys. BRBs. All right, we are back. Chair went spin, I know. Oh my gosh, people are lining up for blocks for the Lego store. There we go. Good pun, good pun. Chair should be a model. I don't know. Chair's had worse days, everybody. This is, the arms on the chair are really, they're not good anymore. They are pretty disgusting. All of the fake leather stuff on top is like just being shredded off. And so I think whenever we move, I'm getting a new chair. IMIS, yes, 100%. LGBTQ, this is 100% a safe place. I want everybody to feel comfortable in here. Everybody is welcome. We do not support any type of hate speech or anything in this chat. People want to just come and chill. Hang out at a nice place to relax and escape from all of the other annoying things going on in the world. Chair has served its master well, but it must pass on. I know, it's getting old. The chair is getting old. It's a struggling. Okay, so we got those done. That's cool. Next thing is I need to put these sea pickles away, and then we're getting villagers running through here, correct? I think that's the course we're on. And the next course, where did I put all these pickles? I feel like it's in that weird, is it in this one? No. It's gonna be the last one I open, I guarantee it. Not that one either. Nope, that's the one I just opened. Where did I put all the pickles? Where's my other box of pickles? Am I blind? Where'd the rest of my pickles go? I'm over here, a man looking for his pickles. This is the most thriving Minecraft content you could get. Oh, there they are. They were in this one. I put the spruce planks there instead. We got the pickles. Don't worry, everybody. Crisis averted. Okay, so what we blocked that up already. That sucks. I'm trying to think of the easiest way to get villagers out into the village center. Because I want to plop them in here. The bummer part is they're going to die. They're going to die pretty quick. if we don't light things up around these areas. It's not very villager safe in the vicinity yet, but I mostly just want to have them running around to say that we have villagers running around. So we'll try and give them a little place to stay safe, but I feel like if they have enough beds inside this house, we can release 5 or 6 and then they'll be okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Shadow Cadet. That's a bummer. It's a bummer. How can we do this? I feel like I need to reopen this. I feel like if we just open this back up. Not like that. Because then we can take rails here. Up and over this way. And then we could just have them walk out that door. We'll just plop them out into here, then they'll just walk out. It'll be fine. So we just need to send a few villagers through and let them loose to become their best fisherman villagers selves that they possibly can be. We need a redstone block. We're good. And here we can have the redstone. We can have the rail. Redstone, rail, rail, rail. Oh, I can't do that there. That's just, what am I? I'm just like, do I take that down? Do I take it down a block? I'm all over the place today. Brain no worky. It's Monday. Brain's still on weekend mode. Faded Spoils, thanks for continuing on that gift sub there. I appreciate that. Will they die? I mean, you're sleeping every single night. The last villager I tried releasing into the area did die. But that was quite a while ago. That was while there were still trees inside the area instead of actual places. You know, we can just have them going all the way up here. Make sure this guy does go all the way up to the top and doesn't fly back down here. Yeah, so what are you? What profession are you? I don't know. F3B, break. Go free, my friend. Be your best fisherman villager self. Look at you. You're thriving. Out here. Let's get you some more fisher villager friends. Love the YouTube videos. Thanks so much, dude. Really wish we had a weekend mode. All right, boys. I think we can release 2 at once. I think it'll be okay. I've never tried releasing 2 villagers in the system at the same time, but I am hopeful. I don't think they will run into each other. I have a funny feeling it'll mess up your iron farm. We're so far away from the iron farm. Goodbye, my friend. That I don't think it'll be a problem. He was like, I'm out. Close the door. Come on, I need to get, nope, other way, other way. This guy. Back up you go, buddy boy. I think this will be okay, since if they want to get to the iron farm, they gotta traverse around the mountain at this point. You gotta remember that the iron farm, the entrance to it, to get into the iron farm from right here, they'd have to walk all the way over here, all the way around this point, and then find their way inside here to that. Which I really hope the villagers there. They're just not loading in. Okay, they're there. I got scared there for a second. Turtle Dragon, thanks so very much for that Prime sub. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But like these guys, so much iron. Never know with those guys. They'll find their way anywhere. Looks like the Totem of Undying is a chair. The Totem of Undying really holds me up. We're gonna have so many fisherman villagers in this place. Wait, you found, what are you? A weaponsmith. You found a grindstone. Cool. Good job for you, buddy. All right, let's release 2 more, 3 more, 3 more, 2 more, 2 more. Someone clip this so you can show it to Fwip when a villager finds its way there. Hey, don't be like that. This is a dad joke stream. Dad jokes are okay here. This is a dad joke safe space. They're allowed. If only we had totems of dying IRL. It would be kind of nice. Think about how much stupid stuff people could do. Can you, like this villager? How many stupid things could that villager manage? How do I find inspiration for builds? Do exclamation point Pinterest here in chat. You'll get a link to my Pinterest board. I use that a lot for inspiration. Scroll through there and just try and find stuff. Tobin, gonna have to sit on that for a while. There you go, Dasha. There you go. Yeah, Pinterest is great if you get it set up. Once you have your Pinterest thing set up and you got all that stuff going, you're going to get a lot of inspiration once you kind of narrow it in on what you want. But it does take a little bit of time being able to set that stuff up. I think that's enough. I think that's enough villagers. Welcome to the butcher. One chop stop butcher shop. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we did it. Decorated. Villagers are now free in the village. They're doing their thing. It's fine. I'm gonna put this minecart in there. And then, yeah, that's good. Cool. Now we'll probably regret this action here in about 2 hours, but it's fine. They're chilling. Look at these people walking around. We are no longer alone in the world again. Oh, we have friends. Oh boy. We're making a butcher shop with villagers. When you save a Pinterest board for Minecraft, you have a board, all right? There's a lot of stuff in there, huh? I think I have over like 8,000 things pinned on Pinterest now. There's a lot of stuff. If you ever have no idea what to do, go look at my Pinterest page. It'll give you many ideas. Are there enough beds for them? There should be. We just put 9 beds in that building. We released like 5 villagers, so it'll be fine. What I also want to do is, somebody mentioned this a while ago, is the fact that the land comes up here. We could actually put another spot for villagers inside of here. Like, we could put a second floor on this and put some more beds inside of this place, but we'll do that later, because right now I don't know how I want to quite detail that out yet. Glappy old friend. Exactly. Exactly. Cool. Well, that's kind of what I want to do in the village now. Simonder, thank you so very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friend. Next up is Flip is gonna be blasting off again, and I want to go check out this little flower forest area and see what we can come up with there. We glappy with all the subs here. What did I do? But I want to go check out this flower forest, make sure it's actually a flower forest, because that'll probably be our next project location. We've got to finish the back of the mountain, obviously. But after we finish the village here, I want to start a new build project while we finish the mountain, so the videos can still have things going on with them outside of the mountain work. Was that a Team Rocket reference? Of course it was a Pokemon reference. Of course it was Pokemon. Durability is fine on the Elytra. We're good to go. Whee! I think it's over by the desert, to be honest. It'll probably be something that we nether portal pathway to, but it'd be kind of fun. Flower forest camp, which I've talked about it before. I want to do like yurts, like yurt style houses, and I also want to make farms for the different colors of dye that we have. My thought is there's like a spot like right in here. Like, look at this river biome before we smack on the ground. Like, look, this would be easy to dry out, and this whole little section right there could turn into a squid farm. I thought that could be kind of an easy way to go. because the river is so dry in that area. Because like all we'd have to do is like dry out those. So we need some sponges. So we can go get that stuff. Then we have black dye. We build a city like Papyrus. Like a desert place would be kind of fun. That'd be kind of cool to try sometimes. I really feel like I can do a lot more with a desert style now too. I've got a lot of ideas in mind. I really want to do a desert build using a lot of red sandstone and acacia, and then also regular sandstones. I feel like that could be really fun. But somewhere out here is flower forest. That's dark oak. I think it's off this way. Somewhere. Might be on the far side of these guys. I don't know. There is a flower forest little island. Is it this? Please tell me. That looks like it. Maybe. That's a lot of tulips. No, it's this. Look at this cool little island. I think this is flower forest. Flower forest. Oh my gosh, it is. Wouldn't it be fun? We can use this island here. We can use that little island. I think that's flower forest too. Wouldn't that be really cool? It's like little flower forest islands. We can make like docks and things between them all. It'd be so fun. Is this also? This is flower forest too. Oh, that'd be so fun. Love it. Flip high. What's up? Something like the snow elves area could be cool. Yeah, we could try it. Well, I don't really know how I want to revisit a theme like elven stuff yet. I think I want to do like a bunch of birchwood and things like that, and like a dark oak forest. That could be really cool. Make like Lothlorien vibes almost.
Excited to continue my sub.
Cool cat. Excited to have you. Thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate that. I always find flower forest islands, and they're suspiciously tall. Flower forests really have a lot of hills to them. Look at that cave. Wait. Folks. Look at this cave. Boat dock. Boat dock. Oh, I love it. I want to just start building more just fun stuff. We're at the point where we built a lot of like technical things in this world. We've got a lot of technical things done, so that's cool. But we need to start building, like, I want to start building some more fun things. So I feel like doing an island transformation like this and having some really cool stuff out here would just be a really fun way to explore for a bit. One thing I do want to find out here, I don't want to explore it today because I want to do it in a video, but I've been on the look for an ocean monument. I think we can fly around for a little bit and see if we can find one. An ocean this big, there has to be one inside it, right? I feel like they're pretty common. So we're going to find that real fast, and then we'll go back and work on mountainy stuff for a while. Speaking of which, what was that? Oh, squids. Volcano, perhaps? I don't know about volcano. I want to do like, I want to make it a little cool village, almost like tribal-ish yurts and things like that. I don't know why. I just want to build like circular shaped houses. I think it'd be fun. Western town in a Badlands biome would be very cool. I don't really enjoy building Western style stuff. I just find it's very square and blocky a lot of times. That's a weird floating boat. How would this float? How would this be floating this high off the water? It's 2 blocks under. This is a very buoyant boat. And we've already rated it. Of course we have. Somebody has at least. It's fine. Undersea city. That would be kind of fun. An undersea city would be cool. I've always wanted to do like those big glass domes underwater. That's always been an idea I've had in mind. I just have never really found the desire to do it because everything is just like, that would be more fun for like a Twitch project, I feel like, if we need a new one. But like building underwater for YouTube is just blue everything. So it gets a little annoying. You obtain an Ocean Explorer map from a cartographer? We could do that. If we can't find one today, I'll start working for cartographers here soon. But I feel like this place definitely has to have one. Just scanning the edges of the ocean down here. But ocean bases are fun. I feel like they're really cool. But if you don't have sponges, it can be kind of a pain in the butt, for one, when you're trying to clear out areas. And two, just on YouTube, it turns very blue. The footage is just extremely blue looking, and it's hard to get like thumbnails and things. So it keeps me like from doing them quite often. This is a swampy area over here. I'm like scanning the underwater areas. I'm like, when will we find it? When will we find the ocean monument? Anything. Nothing down here quite yet. Totally forgot this was not an SMP. Yeah, it's an SMP now. It's definitely an SMP. We're all good though. Anything over here? Looking a little slim pickings so far. Not that I'm really equipped to be exploring one of these yet, but that does give me an excuse for a build before too, because I have to be able to place for cartographers, and we have to build something cool for cartographers to live inside of, so that could be a good way to go. The old sand technique took ages. Oh my gosh. I remember I in building with Whip, I cleared out an ocean monument using the sand method to drain it all. And oh my lord, that took forever. And I did that before I was like, that was way early on. Like I was very early on in my YouTube career, and I drained an ocean monument to try and like be able to build the Prismarine farm and everything. I had to place like 100,000 like sand just to be able to do it, and I'm never doing that again. What does SMP mean? Survival multiplayer. Basically, if you're playing on a server, you're playing on an SMP, most likely. If you're playing vanilla survival, or if you're playing survival with your friends on a server, that's an SMP. I don't think we're finding the ocean monument today. Oh, just hit the microphone, I'm sorry. Traveling caravan of carts for the cartographers. Cartographers. Haha, get it? They live in carts. I would love to build an observatory. I think an observatory on the mountain, like upper area on the mountain, sticking out a side of it with like a big telescope beaming out of the side of the observatory, could be really, really fun to do. I think that's going to be something upcoming soon. I'll have to do a lot of research on how I can build it. But maybe one day we'll figure out. Fire Chris, that's fine. You don't have to hang out here. Hopefully you find something you like. What if the floor is also a map of your builds in this world? We do have the maps currently in the village, which I need to update again before the world tour. I don't think we're getting too lucky with an ocean monument down here. Not really seeing anything. There are a lot of ships, though. There's a ship right here in front of us we can dip down to. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Dive! Dive, 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 dive. Go, 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 go. Mending leather pants. I think somebody's already been at this one. Isn't there another book, like chest usually on these? No? Maybe I'm being stupid. I think somebody must have stopped by this one, because there would be a map otherwise. Bummer. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, I don't want it anyways. Meh. I've been playing WoW too much that I just hit B to open my inventory. Started watching like last month, and I was obsessed with the channel. Hey, thanks so much, dude. We're trying to find an ocean monument right now, and mostly just finding sunken ships that have already been explored. Another chest. Was there another chest that I missed? Oh, buried treasure map. Buried treasure map. Oh, this is right here. Apparently it's down here somewhere. Is it just in here? No. Very dark hole. I have to be like what, somewhere around here? Oh my gosh. Hello. I'm gonna put the torch in the offhand so y'all can see, and so I can see. There it is. Sweet. Nice. Ooh. This is how we can get our prismarine. I can make all the sea lanterns I want. If time-lapse are old-fashioned, what is new-fashioned? I don't know, like building on camera. That's some... There we go, we got one! Yes! I need to get the coordinates of this, and I will come back later, because I want to use it for a video. Yay! Run away! We will do that later. That's nice, though. That's nice. That's actually not too far away. We just got to go straight north to get back home, pretty much. Big Pog. Big Pog. I love your hardcore Let's Play. Greetings from Germany. Hey, glad you enjoy the series so much. I'm really excited to start a new survival Let's Play, because I feel like from doing the hardcore one, I've learned so much from it, and I think it's going to be really cool to try and build like a really cool survival base on that. If y'all haven't followed it or just dropping by now, we're probably going to be doing an amplified survival world, just as a something to mess around in until 1.17 drops. And I'm really excited about that. Mining fatigue is the builder's biggest fear. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to brew up a bunch of underwater breathing potions and just go for it. What is an amplified world? The terrain is really wonky in how it generates, and it can go all the way up to the build height. So you have terrain, like just random spires of earth going all the way up to 255, and it's really cool. Why am I phasing in and out of existence so much? I don't like that. Let's go find a place to sleep. We can find the little island down here. Sleeping on an island. Just like shattered savanna biomes. Yeah, pretty much, but the whole world is like that. But sometimes you can find really cool areas with like a plains biome that's not, and it's all just chilled. So I'm gonna try and find something like that. That's like a flattened out plateau that we can turn into an awesome village base of sorts. I think we need to go this way. Yes, this is where we found the donkeys. Yeah, that's where we got the donkeys way back when we needed them. Steampunk base at max height. It would be kind of cool to try some steampunk stuff, having some like gears and like waterfalls flowing off. That would be really fun. That'd be a really cool thing to try. I think with Caves and Cliffs update, my bet is the world height is either going to be increased or mountains are going to be reaching world height. Like really, really close to it. My worry is that if they do double the world height, so it gets up to like 255, or it says it's 256 right now. If it goes to 512, that's going to really limit the ability for a lot of people to play Minecraft, because their computers basically have to do twice the work. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out in the end. I'm kind of nervous for some people who like computers barely handle Minecraft as is. Like adding on that extra world height is going to make Minecraft a lot more intense of a game to run. So that's why I think they might avoid increasing world height. But if they do, it could be really cool. Having a mountain around your build is a great way to like just add a good backdrop to it, because then you don't really have to detail the side from where the mountain is, because you're not looking at that too much. You're more looking at from this way, we're always going to look at views from this angle, because when we get back like up in these spots where the mountain is, it's harder to get a good angle because you have to be so close. So if you're trying to zoomed out for a screenshot, like that is always going to be a lot more boring looking than when we're looking and seeing the big old thing in the background. I wonder if there'll be, I'm curious to see if there's going to be a setting where you can either toggle on build height being super tall or not. Like, I feel like that might be a route that they go. We'll see though. Shall we do some mountain building, folks? Is that what we're feeling today? Because I think we could do mountain building here for a little bit. Get some work done. All that good stuff. I'm new here and watching your base is like jaw-dropping. Hey, glad you enjoy it, dude. Thanks so much. Village building. We already got the village building done. We got those two guys figured out. Well, I'll get this in figured out later. I love the Optifine removal of the fog in regular game. I like fog being removed in the Nether, but I have grown to love fog in the overworld. I used to play without fog everywhere because I was just like, I don't want that. But then the fact that you can now set the distance, land it. Yes. You can set the distance of the fog and we're still a little too close. But if you go like this, like that's pretty cool right there, right? But if we come into here, we go into details, we go to fog. Like, look at how cool that is. I love that. Bathanje with the 12 months, dude. The 1 year. 1 year resub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The Blackstone chimney is a witch. I really like that little Blackstone chimney in there. We can't see it right now because it's literally behind that tower, but I think it turned out well. Thank you so very much for the 1 year. I appreciate that, my friend. That is crazy. The amount of people coming up on 1 year is just mind-blowing to me. I can't, I'm still amazed. Pillagers? Pillagers. Pillagers. They're going for the villagers. We have to save the villagers. I must put stone in here. Get the flint and steel. Quickly now, save the villagers. We have released them into the wild from their captivity. We have to save them all now. Oh my gosh, Boxblawn with the 10 gift subs. Thank you so very much. Where's your friend, everybody? I must burn him alive. Die in a fire, die in a fire, die in a fire. You want to die in a fire. Ooh, ha, 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 ha. Ooh, ha. He's still hitting me. He's still hitting me. Please die in the fire. You're still in the fire. Thank you for dying in the fire. And we're good. The village is now safe. The village is safe, everybody. No need to panic any further. We have saved the village. Do not worry. Boxblawn, thank you so much for the 2 months as well. Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. I think I want to get a few more rockets. We just went through an entire thing of rockets. Dresco, thank you so very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How do you remove the fog in the Nether with Optifine? You got to turn it on and off, unfortunately. There's no way to keep it in the overworld and remove it from the Nether, so I just jump in there and turn it off when I go in. YouTube advice with a C on the advice, not an S. Okay. Gotta go finish up the mountain. They're so close to being done. Luckier than I am, my friend. All right, I'm gonna relog so we don't actually get the whole recording in there. Do you make it till midnight on New Year's? Yeah, I was asleep by like 12:15. Is this modded? No. This is vanilla, hardcore Minecraft with a slight texture pack on. There it is, folks. There it is. I think what I want to do today, instead of just filling in space that we've been kind of doing a little bit, I want to start etching out the shape of the back, because then we can just come through very easily and just deal with the rest of it as we're going. If I'm using shaders, I'm using BSL. They're pretty cool. So I think we can kind of start working off this direction and just have some stuff leading up into here. Because like we can maybe connect something up into that point. can do a little something back into here. Boop, boop. We got Cinder Puncher with the 3 months, my friend. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. You all are way too kind today. I really do appreciate all the resubs and everything. Y'all are very, very kind people. I was up till 1 a.m. One of my friends wanted to stay up till midnight with her on FaceTime, but she fell asleep at like 9:30. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Your dog is so cute. What breed? Siberian Husky. The Psycho Siberian Husky. No, I'm kidding. He's a good boy. He's gotten so cuddly recently. We love it. Absolutely love it. He is like, he's turned into like a, not like a different dog, but like he's so much more okay with like getting scratches and just like being around and hanging out with us and everything like that. It's really adorable. So he'll just like walk up to you right now and just like lean his shoulder into you and just be like, I need love. Like, give me scratches. It's really, really adorable. Do something like that. I don't know. I kind of want to have the stone section coming up throughout here a little bit more. Maybe we just have like a big dirt section here though. Because what if we had like this? This could be kind of cool. We have like a huge dirt circle around here almost. So then we could go from down there and have it slowly just work all the way up here. Because like this stone can come like around here. And start working its way up to here. Because we can have that just as a little way to break it up. But then outside of that, we can just honestly have dirt. Like going as far up into this point as we want. That could be kind of cool. It'd be a lot of dirt, but I think if we do that and we have like the snow filtering from the top half coming down, we'd also add some cool trees into it as well. But I don't want it to just feel like it's very flat throughout here, so we'll add some extra texture and stuff to it. I think it'd be kind of nice. Because this can come all the way to here. That stone can come back that way a little bit. And then that dirt can go around a little bit up there too. And I don't know. We'll figure it out. Don't feel bad if you can't sub. It's all good. No worries. You have a Siberian Husky too. Very, very, very cool. They're awesome dogs. I absolutely love the breed. If you don't have the ability to subscribe or anything like that, please do not feel bad at all. Please. I really appreciate everybody just hanging out here in chat, having a good time, being part of the community, all that stuff. You don't need to worry about any of it. You hanging out here, being part of it and everything like that is just as fine as well. And Dresco, thank you so very much for the gift sub. I do appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. So excited for the world download tomorrow. Heck yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited. I always love publishing those and then watching the Discord and seeing people talking about finding things in it, exploring things in it, and everything going on. It's always really fun because a lot of things happen that I don't necessarily show in episodes, but they still happen. They still go on around the world. And so it's always fun seeing people's like experience trying to like being like, when did this happen? Anybody recognize this thing? Blah, blah, blah. What's going on here? Because there'll be like things I'll like might have done or I'll probably cut from a video or something like that. Or people just find things that they forgot happened. And it's always fun to see. We've ascended Flip is using triple dirt. Oh no, what have I started? I started replay. That's a good thing. And then in here we can just do some dirt, right, like that. Bring the dirt around here. Yay, look at that. Yay, it's gonna work. Woo, yay. What's your Discord? Exclamation point Discord will get you a link. It's just called Fwip. So official Fwip Discord. If you do fwip.gg is the Discord invite for it. Or that old one I have in chat. That'll work too. I don't know. Are we at 10,000 members on Discord yet? I want to check. Let's see. Server settings. Member list. We are at 7,980 or 68 members right now. That's pretty crazy. That's a lot of people talking about Minecraft. I remember when I started the Discord way back when, I was like, oh, just be a few hundred people, it'll be fine. Like, anybody who's like a real, like, super into it is gonna be a part of it. And then Discord like exploded in popularity like shortly after, and I was like, oh my god, everybody's joining my Discord. Like, I feel like it's one thing for people to be like, oh, I love this guy's YouTube videos, I'm gonna subscribe to him on YouTube. But another thing to be like, yeah, I like him so much that I want to talk to more people like who enjoy his content, so I'm gonna join the Discord. I'm just like, that's a whole nother level of fandom and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. What do you need to do to join the Discord? Discord is public to join for everybody. But there are, if you are a Twitch sub or any other supporter type thing, there's a rank you can get. If you link your Patreon, your YouTube, or your Twitch account to your Discord account, you can get some custom ranks for extra chat rooms and stuff like that, that I am a lot more active in there. Following everything, purest fan. Oh. Do you have to pay to join Discord? No, Discord is a free thing. It's all free. Place to hang out, chat, and talk about Minecrafty stuff. I don't know. So I gotta say, the stuff we changed on the little river for the waterfall last time, I really like it. I've been just looking at it a little bit today off stream and everything like that, and just the last few days just checking it out, making sure it still looks right. Everything. I think the glass panes worked out really well. I'm really happy with how they turned out. So I think it was a good call. Frozen water is so hard to work with, and I know the glass panes look weird from up close. But like in here, you can barely tell there's a blue glass pane in there, but then when you fly away, you can't see it at all. Looked at so well. Look at that. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. Stream is froze. Oh no. So we've got a few good lines down there. That'll be good. That'll help out a lot in those sections. I think we've got to figure out next. So what can we do from this spot right over here to connect like up to there? Let's do something like that. We can have it end off there. Then we get our stone. Just start bringing it up. Sorry, I missed last stream. I know I was doing something. I just can't remember what it was. Where's it all, dude? I've taken a bunch of days off of doing work and everything like that. And it's such a busy time of year. Even though, like, it's like COVID is still very much here and everything. This holiday season just felt so busy. I was sitting at home doing basically nothing, but it just felt so busy. I don't know why. And I'm really kind of happy to just get back into the norm this week. Large dirt areas, of course, man, of course. Spicy plaid shirt, thank you for the 100 biddies as well. Thank you so very much. Hope you had a great holiday as well. All that good stuff. Yeah, the holidays this year, just like, we didn't do much of anything at all. We just hung out at home and did our own thing and just chilled, but just felt busy. So I'm very kind of thankful to get into the norm. As much as having to work and things like that, again, it's just like, ah, man, okay. Getting back into all that stuff too, but it's nice. It's been nice diving back into things today. Was on X Life a little bit this morning, doing a little recording clip for a future video whenever I can get that thing ready to go. That'll probably be out next weekend or something. Who knows? I'm so behind on weekend videos right now. I need to get that mega base finished up for this weekend. That is a must. The mega base will be released this weekend. I promise. I hope. I hope I can promise that. But we'll see how all that goes. I don't really want that to be dirt coming all the way up to here, so we're gonna have to figure out something, but it's okay for now. What do you press to transfer dirt from the hotbar? Middle mouse click. So the middle mouse button, like your scroll wheel, if you have the ability to click that down, that'll pull another stack of blocks into your inventory.
9-month gang, let's get it.
Hey, what do fitness? Thanks so very much for the 9 months, dude. As we are running out of dirt right now, we got to fly back down. Very important thing, but I appreciate that. Thank you for the 9 months. Have you played Project Winter? I have not. I'm actually not familiar with what that is. Thank you very much, my friend. That's a lot of dirt for us. That should get us through. If today we can finish like the rough outlining of all these different sections, I think that's going to help a lot. Because once I have the idea in mind of what the general thing is going to look like, for me, it becomes a lot easier to just do it. So that's kind of what today's stream is a little bit of. I know this isn't the most entertaining of things to be doing on the mountains, but it's got to be done so we can do the mountains. Do you remember any of your fans' nicknames? I try my best, but there are a lot of names to remember. So please don't be mad if I do not. That Minecraft music though? No Minecraft music here. It's just straight up lo-fi music. Do you remember me? Faith, of course. I have a bee named after you. How could I not? Faith Bee is forever a part of this world. Unless it dies, then that'd be a sad day. I don't know what would kill a bee, but could happen. You never know. Sure, let's do this. Then in here we can have these kind of merged together. There's my bed. It's already in my inventory. It's fine. I think the little FW and the red thing next to my name helps Flip remember. You know, it does not hurt. It does not hurt the cause of remembering names. There are shiny things next to them. Not saying that's the only way, but it is an easier way to remember. Shiny thing equal remember. It's like like crows, you know, they really like shiny things. Same. I too very easily remember shiny things. Let's do this. That'd be fine. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. Let's do that. That'll work out great. And then here, I'm actually going to go ahead and just do a little stone. We have another stone. That'll be fine. Breaking it up just a touch. Okay, so that's that little top section. I don't really even know what's happening in here, but it'll work out in a way. Look out the window at all the crows and just like same. Oh my gosh, when I was walking Coda yesterday, we went out for a dog walk yesterday morning, and there was like a full-on murder of crows flying around. It was so noisy. It was insane. I'm assuming that like they had found a crow had died or something like that, because crows hold funerals, if you didn't know. They hold funerals for lost crow brethren. So I'm assuming they'd found one dead or something like that, and it was like a funeral going on. But holy cow, it was so loud. I was on the phone with somebody just walking around, and I had to call them back because even through like the noise canceling on a phone, they couldn't hear me over the sound of the crows. It was crazy. You should make a world with viewers sometimes. Stuff like that would be fun to do. I've tried it in the past. Granted, it's been a long time, but just the amount of moderation that needs to go into doing that is just too much for me to get much enjoyment out of it. And so unless it was just like a total one-off thing of where we were like, all right, here's the chaos of running a Minecraft world and doing all that, of just having like a full-on public fan server and everything, it's just I don't want to deal with that stress. The entire time, instead of being in content creator mode, I'd have to be in moderator content creator mode, which is just not fun. It's just not fun to do. Because there's a lot of people who I know are probably fans, but they're also fans who love to mess with the creator or whatever it might be and have them break rules of their own chat and things like that. And just because they think it's funny, it's just not something I want to deal with. That should help out there a little bit better. And then I think, what else do we need to do? Congrats on 400K. Thank you so much, Felix. That's looking okay. That looks fine. We'll get the rest of those lines filled out once we start building this section. I think we can kind of start working on the next little bit, though, of what's it going to do down here? What do? So this is where the Dwarven Gate was going to go. I think the Dwarven Gate's going to go somewhere in this area, which will be the entrance into the actual mountain. And I don't know what that's going to do at all yet. Should we do the Dwarven Gate right here in the plains, or should we do it like here? We could either go in there and have like a big, yeah, that might be better, because then we could line it up directly with walking inside. That might work a little bit better instead of having this like go at an angle coming in. I feel like they'd be very geometric and having it coming straight in. So I think maybe we'll do the Dwarven Gate through that section, so we can have a big lump of sorts in here. Happy New Year to you as well, Alley Cat. Best tip for hardcore Minecraft, take it slow. Hardcore mode is about not rushing things. Stream's probably going to go on for another 30 minutes probably. Something like that for those who are asking. I've just got a little bit of stuff I got to do today. I got to record the world tour video still. So I want to make sure I'm getting that done before it's too late in the day, because I don't want to wake up tomorrow and do it as the video is being published. What's your coordinates? 1800, negative 1200. Take it slow, easy for you to say, Flip, you're always so chill and relaxed during streams. No, I mean, in reality, like, you don't have to be super chill and relaxed. You can still be, like, super excited about it, running around doing things. But I would say if you want a hardcore world to last better or longer, you need to find a way to make it so that you're not dying. Obviously, that's hardcore. So if you die, it's over. But what I mean by that is you've got to find a way to set yourself up for success in whatever you're going into. So if maybe you haven't done potion brewing before, make sure that's a part of your hardcore experience in Minecraft, is figuring out how to brew potions and what potions you should take to go fight a wither. You probably want a strength potion. You probably want to like a absorb potion, all that stuff. And so being able to do stuff like that is going to help make sure you stay alive longer. Or if you're like doing water adventure stuff, water breathing potions, or maybe you're running around and you're dealing with a wither and you don't want to do that. Like, bring buckets of milk with you. Like, make sure you have a totem of dying if you can keep one on you, and all that stuff. Just ways to keep yourself alive is the big thing. You just have to find out, how can I avoid death? Or like, maybe you're running into a room full of mobs. Instead of just like running in like crazy, like bring a bow or a trident so you can snipe a few of them off. So you only have to deal with like 2 or 3 mobs at a time instead of having to deal with like 6 or 7. I'm trying to build a village loosely based off the designs from Skyrim villages. Ooh, that sounds fun. Do you protect your worlds from corrupting? I take a backup of the world every Sunday, basically. Honestly, that being said, I have not taken a backup of this world in quite some time. The last time I took a backup was when we did the village plan. So whatever episode that was on, where I did like the whole plan for the village of like building all the houses, that was the last time I backed this up. So I, knock on wood, am gonna go do that after stream today. Don't understand how people have the patience for hardcore. I'm far too reckless. I have actually found in hardcore I'm being more reckless than not, especially now that I'm really comfortable with it. Like, I am flying around in my hardcore world at the same rate, if not faster, than what I would do in my single player world. And I'm just like, whee! I feel like at this point in time, if we were to die, it would suck. It would really suck. But I've accomplished, after we finish the mountain here, I feel like I will have accomplished more or less everything that I had set out to originally to accomplish inside of this world. Because when I had started it, I wasn't super interested in doing all the advancements and stuff like that. Like, that's never really been a big part of Minecraft for me, is doing, like, getting every advancement finished. Like, it's kind of cool to say you've done it. But I've never been like, you know what, if I don't get all the advancements, like, the world's ruined. Sorry, like half burping over here, half talking. But anyways, we're kind of at the point now where we're in full-on endgame of hardcore mode. Like, now it's basically just the how long do I survive? But like, I don't want to be surviving and living outside of this village forever. Like, I want to still be able to go out and do things. So now that we've done all the things that I had originally set goals to do, now it's like, well, let's start doing some more daring stuff. Let's start having some more fun with it. Figure out what weird things we can come up with and see where things go. Pull 1,000 days in hardcore. My friend, look at that day count right there. Put the mouse over it right there. That little guy. 1,027. We did it. Hey, Flip, how are you? Been a while since I've been on your stream. Figure out, drop by and say hi. Hey, good to have you. I'm doing well. We've already done the 1,000 days in hardcore. We're already there. We ever try getting the how do we get here? Is that all the potion effects? If so, probably not. I don't know. That type of stuff is, I'm always just like, I don't want to set that up. Like, I don't want to deal with collecting all the mobs to get it set up and doing all that stuff. Like, I'm just like, that just is so much effort that I just don't care to put in. I feel like I would personally have more fun just going around and working on a new build. Like, finding some new build style, some new build that we can do and have fun with that stuff, instead of being like, all right, today, in today's episode, we are collecting a shulker so that we can get the effect off of the shulker. I don't know. It just seems not up my alley. "2020 day in hardcore videos, the day he'll die." I hope not. Did I say 1,000? I meant 2,000. Fine, fine. I see how it is. Tried a hardcore world and died to a skeleton after 20 minutes. Honestly, the first day in a hardcore world is the most terrifying part of the hardcore world. Like, straight up honesty, the first day of hardcore Minecraft is probably the scariest. Well, you're just like, oh god, I have nothing. Please tell me I can find like enough stuff to find a bed before the night sets in. And then you go from there. Okay, so we've got all that stuff going up here. That'll be cool. That archway that I made, way down here, that big like cross line, that section, that's gonna be as far down as we're gonna fill in for now. Everything in front of that will probably be figured out once we do the big dwarven gate, which is probably gonna be something we build on stream, or maybe I don't know. I probably need to spend some time in creative figuring that build out before throwing it in here, but it'll be fine. You ever panic in this world, like burning to half a heart? Have a few times. It's been a while. We haven't done very much daring stuff recently. Besides, you know, flying and doing crazy amounts of building all the time. We haven't really done anything that I'm just like, yep, this is where I could die. Mega build? I mean, we are building a mountain. I hope that counts as a mega build. That was me in my hardcore Amplify world, was trying to find sheep to at least make it bed. Oh, I'm sure in Amplified, I didn't even think about that. Getting enough stuff in the Amplified world, because everything is so scattered at the different elevations, I'm sure that's a huge pain in the butt. Oh my gosh.
Can't wait to see the Dwarven Gates. Also just wanted to say I love the Airborne Kingdom stream.
Boxblawn, thank you so very much for all the support today. I really do appreciate that. And I hope we can do some justice on the Dwarven Gates here. I'm a little terrified on them because I feel like it's such a big thing, and I usually don't build that big, but I'm excited for it. The Airborne Kingdoms was really fun. I had a good time doing that. That was a really fun stream to try. It's the first time I'd done a non-Minecraft stream in a long time where I was just like, this was really fun. This was really nice to just chill. It was a quiet one. It was Christmas Eve and everything, so I was like, I don't want to work today, but I still wanted to stream today. But it was really cool. I had a lot of fun playing that game. Haven't checked it out much since then, to be honest. I haven't played it because I figured if I play it again, it'd be on stream. And haven't really been streaming too much because I was taking time off, but maybe soon. I feel like it's almost at the point with Airborne Kingdoms where we've explored almost everything that we need to, and it's just kind of the time commitment to getting everything done. Like, I don't foresee many challenges coming into place that we can't deal with, or if it's just something that we forgot about, like we forgot to get food and then everybody starves or something. It was a fun game though. It's really cool. How much of the mountains did you miss? We've been working on it for about a half hour probably. The plan today is trying to get a lot of the scaffolding lines in around this section, so that next time we come through, we can actually do some filling in. Because I felt like I'd exhausted all of the scaffolding stuff that I'd put in so far. I was starting to run a little low on it. So I was getting a little like, oh, I don't know where to build next. And let's just do this little section. And I was just like, no, what? No, I've been doing too much of that. There's been too much of the, oh, just do this little part and it'll work out somehow. So today I wanted to spend a little bit of time figuring out a larger bit of stuff. Block palette for the future Dwarven Gate. I really want to use Blackstone, and I really want to use Basalt. I'm almost thinking like Cyan Terracotta could be pretty cool, but that would almost be too dark. So I want to find some way we can lighten it up. I want to do maybe we could use orange terracotta and like stripped acacia log as like a background thing, and then we have all the details coming out of Blackstone and Basalt. That could be kind of cool, but I don't know. You play games with your significant other? Not so much. She's not super into gaming, but recently we started playing Raft, as in like 3 days ago we started playing Raft. Neither of us had played it before, and it's been pretty fun. And then we play Stardew Valley every once in a while. We started a new farm with the new update, but haven't gotten too far in it. We just did the egg hunt in the first season. Contrast the Blackstone with Basalt and stripped birch logs, maybe. I feel like that's almost too much. I still want to feel very stone heavy. But maybe, we'll see. We'll play around with some ideas, I'm sure. Raft is relaxing after you get your food and water sorted. Before then, it's terrifying. And the shark. The shark is anything but relaxing. Most of the time. Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to build this section up a little bit and then have it dip down going backwards. So we're going to have this come up a little bit further here with all of this dirt stuff. Kind of just keep inching it up, and maybe at this point we round it off. And then here we can kind of have this guy being inched around. My thought is that it's almost like another peak. Like it's like a halfway to being its own little mountain peak. But not quite there, if that makes sense. Have you ever played Ark? I have a few times. I never got super into it. I tried. My expectation with Ark going into it was it would play very similar to Minecraft, of being like a survival exploration-y buildy type game. And that's just not what Ark is. Ark's pretty cool. It was fun. I think do we have a water bucket on us? I think my bucket's empty. It is. Dang. Okay. We'll have to work up from the other side then. But Ark was cool. It was fun to try. I had a good time playing it when I was, but I don't know if I really would pick it up again. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you like Minecraft, you should stream Ark, or you should play Ark on stream, or blah, blah, blah. Like, it's really similar. And then I like looked into it a little bit more, being like, okay, yeah, I mean, if so many people are suggesting it, I'll do it. And so I tried playing it a little bit and just wasn't really my thing. I really don't like how the building works in Ark. Like, that straight up is why I have not done a series or anything on the game. The game to me seems more about collecting dinos and becoming stronger and all that stuff, and like gearing up your character versus like a traditional like building survival game. I don't like those types of survival games where building it's like such a seamless world, like it's really high graphical world and everything like that, then everything is built off of a grid that is just overlaid onto the graphical world. Like that stuff for me is just a big, you all were right, they made it into the mountains. They're in the mountains. Get out of the mountains. Any ideas outside Stardew on other games you'll be streaming in the future? We'll probably stream a bit of Hytale when it comes out to check the game out. And outside of that, I don't know yet. I don't really have any thoughts on other games to stream quite yet. I think for me, a lot of the content for this year is still going to be largely Minecraft stuff. Well, Minecraft is just so big, and my channel's still growing so much off of Minecraft. I'm feeling very comfortable continuing to do Minecraft stuff. So, Ark was cool. I'm a dinosaur nerd, but I was only had fun with like 3 friends playing consistently. Yeah, I feel like I played it single player for the most part, and then one of my friends, after I'd kind of been established in a world, she was like, "Oh, come check out mine. Come check out my Ark world. You'll really, really like it. I can show you all the stuff. We can play together on here." And I was just like super busy at the time, so I couldn't keep getting on and everything. It was just not my thing. I don't know. It was cool though. It's an interesting concept for a game. Not my thing. What would you have done if you died now? Like right now? It'd be sad, probably cry a little. So if we died before, we'd just start a new series. I don't know. I saw a Sausage recently started Hardcore Season 2, so I've thought about something like that. If we die in the world again, like it seems like Hardcore's been really. Seems like a lot of you have really enjoyed Hardcore. I've had a good time playing in Hardcore. I think it's kind of cool that the world is like so limited in how long it'll last. Like there is no way to make sure that this world stays forever. Eventually there will be a mess up, or there'll be a situation that's bad and we die and the world ends and the series is over. And it's kind of cool having that aspect to it of just like it's play every episode and every video that I do. It could be like the last final project that I do in it, which is kind of fun. It's interesting to play that way instead of like survival is like, oh, there's always going to be another one. Like I have to physically be the person being like, all right, we're done. But do you play Civ 6? Yeah, I play a lot of Civ. I was playing a lot over the summer with some buddies. Haven't so much anymore. A lot of my buddies who I play those types of games with are a lot of the buddies I play World of Warcraft with. And so I can't say we have all been obsessed with WoW. So we've been playing that a lot instead. Hardcore Skyblock. I feel like that series would last 1, maybe 2 episodes. I would fall into the void so quickly. Okay, there's that. That'll help that little section in here. Maybe we take like from down here. We can come over to this area and figure out how it's going to connect into that point. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Legolius, thanks so very much for the 5-month race sub, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you. Do you like to play single player too, or just multiplayer? Minecraft? I mostly just play single player, to be honest. At this point in time, I feel like most everything I do on my channel is single player. It would be fun to play on a server, but I'm enjoying the single player stuff right now. What about One Block? I've thought about that. I was looking for a series to start in January of just like something new to do, because I feel like the hardcore series has been really fun for a long time. I'm really enjoying it, but I want to have like another thing going on. So I was thinking about One Block Skyblock. But I think we might do that amplified survival world instead. I feel like that's more up my alley for something that I could do for a while. Like, I feel like One Block Skyblock could be fun, but I think just with how I like to play worlds, I don't like to sit around and grind a lot of resources if I can avoid it. And I feel like One Block Skyblock is very just sit there and break that one block. So I haven't been really too keen on checking that out, but yeah. Finally figured out what I intend on changing my username over to. That's good. That next stream I'll change it, but Lord Warhawk won't be here. I will try and remember. The shiny things, right? The shiny things will help me remember it. Super flat survival. I would go insane playing that. You think you'll have a modded series again after X Life? Probably at some point. I know that group has talked about doing another thing afterwards. I just don't know what it would be or when it will be or anything like that, but I would hope to be a part of it, or hope to, if it works in my schedule, I'd be a part of it. But we will see. We'll play it by ear, see what happens. Okay, so that's gonna be cool over here. That'll kind of extend it out a bit too, so we get some more interest from this side as well, because otherwise the match was just kind of sloping down. Top favorite biomes: Mega Taiga, Dark Oak's pretty cool. I really want to build in jungle. Oh, that's gonna look good. Oh, now that we got these base lines in here, you can kind of see where the outside shape is gonna be if we can get a good viewing tree. That's going to be really cool. But Mega Taiga, I think, is still my #1 biome. I really wanted to try building on a mushroom island. And then I really want to get into I like desert biomes, to be honest. They're pretty fun. I want to jump back into them. That's going to look really good. That's going to look really, really good once it's ready to go. Sweet. I like that a lot. That's going to be sweet. Then down here, we're gonna have to mess this face up a bit too. So eventually this will have some stone coming probably down to the beach. That's something we figure out later. This will be kind of fun to release the world download while the mountain is not all the way finished. And then I know I'm gonna release another world download either at episode 50 or whenever we die. We'll have a final world download out for everybody. But I think it'd be really interesting being able to compare the results between the two. I think that'd be really fun. And then here needs to come back. That'll work out. And then we can also have this section coming all the way over here. Boop boop, and then boop boop, and boop boop. Just take this stone all the way down. We'll figure out how the stone will work out later. I don't really want to do it. It's fine. Just ignore it. It'll be okay. Merging into regular Minecraft mountains. It's fine. Favorite type of wood? Favorite type of wood? I'm torn between dark oak and dark oak for the log. I don't really like dark oak planks too much, to be honest. I actually really liked warped wood. Warped wood is something that I've recently really started to enjoy a lot of, but it's just such a pain in the butt to gather. But spruce planks and things are an easy bet. They work with literally everything, I feel like. Jungle planks are pretty cool. I just don't use birch planks very much. Oak planks and birch planks I just honestly don't use too much. The warped wood on the sheep farm looks sick. Oh yeah, down here. I mean, we just used little trapdoors. I guess we did a little bit just like that. I just love the color of warped wood. It works so well with basalt. It works really well with basalt. Works really well with spruce woods. It's really fun. It's a good one. We've got all this stuff planned. That's good. Let's get more in this area. We're running low on dirt again, everybody. I feel like the edge of this is going to be a little bit of vanilla Minecraft mountains, and it'll be a-okay. It's all good. Why you choose to play with bobbing turned on? I found on YouTube videos with bobbing turned on, it made the compression a lot worse. So I found when I turned it off, the video quality was actually a lot better. And I actually found the quality of streams was a lot better. As far as like things not being pixelated on people who don't have the best connection or anything like that. And now that I'm playing with it, honestly, I really like it. It's easier. I find it's easier to be in combat and like hitting things because your screen isn't waving all over the place or feel like it's waving all over the place. So I really like that aspect of it. That makes it a lot nicer for me. And I feel like when I'm sprinting, I can actually like find the thing I'm trying to run at more easily. So I like that side of it. And now that I've been playing with it for a while, originally it did feel weird. But I realize the really weird part for me was, what was I saying here? Like, this is the only game that I play with view bobbing enabled originally. I like looked at other games that I've been playing currently, and none of them I have the view bobbing turned on to where it like bounces you around while you're walking. The weapon or whatever you're holding might move around a little bit, but the screen itself wasn't moving. And so I was like, why am I doing that in Minecraft? Nothing else I do does that. So I kind of tweaked it, and I like it a lot more as is now. Do that. That'll be good. Oh, we are out of dirt. Let's go get some more. We've been through almost 2 shulker boxes of dirt today. Yeah, turning view bobbing off at first, I will say, is weird. It plays with your brain a lot. You're like, why do I feel like I'm just like zooming? I'm just like, why is it so weird in Minecraft? And then like after like an hour or two of playing with it, I like it a lot more. How are we looking? That's pretty good. I like that. Let's jump down into here and just get a little bit right into here figured out. Ow. Do that in there, and then we can also have this having a big stupid sheep. Yeah, we got the waterfall sorted out already. Don't you worry. We got some slabs in there. We got some stairs in there. We've got some glass panes in there. It's looking good. It's quite good. Do you like how it turned out? You think they should add or update trees? I want them to add cherry blossom trees. I would love to have more colors of leaves. There is that new tree coming in 1.17 that like marks where a lush cave system is. Like if you dig down underneath it, you'll always hit a lush cave. But I hope it's like a sapling. I hope it's a sapling that we can plant, because it has like cool flowery leaves. It's like an oak tree, but the leaves are flowering. The azalea trees, yeah. I really hope that's a sapling, because if we could have those like flowering leaves all over the place, oh my gosh, I will spend hours upon hours farming those to be able to use them in builds. Custom trees galore, custom like little gardens. Oh, it'd be so good. I mean, I already love building my little gazebos and things and the arbolas, I guess. Pergolas, that's the word for it. That have like leaves all over the top of them. And if you're telling me I can also have flowering leaves on top of it, oh, I'm in. Sign me up. There, I'm ready. It's kind of a weird one. This is gonna be like a weird flattened dirt section, I feel like. Ever consider doing single player modded? Not so much. I don't like the idea of single player modded too much. Modded for me is something I'm very new to, and I don't want to feel like I'm too overwhelmed by it. X-Life was really difficult for me getting started in, as y'all remember episode 1 of me being eaten by lots of crocodiles. But it was one of those things that like I had to talk to Scott so much when X-Life was getting started, being like, hey, like, how do you do this? Like, how does this work in modded? I don't understand this at all. Or being like, what's the keybind for this thing? Like, or how do I start this mod? Or blah, blah, blah. Like, and I just had no idea how to do any of it. So I feel like trying to do a modded series myself, a lot of the videos would be, how does this work? I don't know. Let me get back to the drawing board. I'll be back with you. And then next clip, okay, it's been 3 hours and I figured it out and this is how we do it. And I don't want to do a technical modded Let's Play. Like, I feel like a lot of the mod Let's Plays are like, let's set up this cool machinery so we can make this super cool stuff going on. And less about like cool, pretty builds. Like, I feel like that's always like a secondary element of doing a modded series, at least single player, because you're working through a mod pack, like a quest system of sorts. I don't think I would want to be doing that too much. The cat language the cat lol language. Yeah, I've seen it. I think I've turned it on once or twice. I know you're playing, but please say hi. Hi, Giraffe. How's it going? There's a resource pack that I use that rename blocks and items, and putting them in an item frame would make cool 3D blocks. And the leaves had flowers on them. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. You can get one that had like full-on branches and things like that. It's pretty crazy. What is Nightbot over here trying to do? Haven't stopped on X-Life yet, just haven't uploaded. There was a video 2 weeks ago. I took time off for Christmas. It wasn't just that there haven't been video uploads for. Don't worry. I've been taking time off around the board. Needed a personal day or week. Okay, there's a lot of that stuff done. Cool. What do you think about Jem? She's a good friend. She's really talented. Very cool creator. Definitely worth checking out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's looking really cool. I like that a lot. I like that. Have you tried Terraformacraft? I've not tried Terraformacraft. Isn't that the one that makes like realistic terrain and everything, and it goes like thousands of blocks tall? GM, thank you so very much for the Prime sub, dude. I appreciate that. How long will it take you to build the mountain? We've worked on it all of December and we made it this far. So, probably all of January, then we'll have it finished up. I gotta say, with the fog in here, like that, just like dropping this down here, just look at the fog. The way the fog sets on the mountain itself looks so cool on the inside. I love that. Oh, that's so fun. That new level of scaffolding looks very nice. Oh, all that stuff over there. I think it's going to turn out pretty well. We'll have to figure out this section probably next stream, because if we can get everything scaffolded out and lined up, then it's just going to be the act of filling in the blocks. Because we can just continue this along pretty easily to there. That'll be easy to do. That should probably be able to do one more stream. We'll get the scaffolding all finished up around the place, and then 2-3 more streams to fill in the blocks around the rest of the place, depending on how much more we have to gather. And by then the village should be almost done, and then after that we can go into crazy time-lapse mode or build mode of doing all the texturing. But we're gonna have to build a new basalt generator and everything like that. It'd be crazy. It's gonna be a big build, which means more netherite mining, so I can get more netherite tools to farm basalt like crazy. Then we gotta build a portal to get us all the way to the mesa so that we can get lots of terracotta to create cyan terracotta, because we need that too. And then we need to get gray concrete powder so we can work with that inside of here also, because I'm stupid and for some reason I want to use gray concrete powder in this. So we have to get a lot of stuff like ink sacs. We have to get a new bone meal farm set up somehow. I guess we could make an auto basalt farm in the nether. That could work. We could do that. I'm almost thinking we just make like one of those super fast like 0-tick ones and put a beacon on the ceiling for it, so we can just boop, 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 and break it all. All right, folks, you can build a tavern or pub on it. I want to build, I think right up there, we're going to have like a castle type thing, which is going to be super cool eventually. And then I think it might honestly be, we've talked about the llama ranch. I still want to do that. But I think what we could do is an observatory back in this area somewhere. I think like an observatory built out right here that's like looking off into the distance could be super fun. But I almost wanted to be able to kind of poke over the mountain. So maybe honestly we build it like right in here. That could be really fun. And then somewhere in this section that we haven't defined yet is I want to make a flattened area to put a llama ranch. I think that'll be fun. It's a lot of builds going on in the mountains after they get finished up, but it's going to be worth it. I'm really excited for them. Can you do a wither fight? We already did. We already got a beacon. We're good. Combos all the poppies for bone meal. Yeah, we need to do that. How long are we being live? We're coming up on 3 hours right now, and I got work to do this afternoon. Getting a world tour out for y'all. And download ready to go. So I've got to get out of here. But Box Blonde, thank you so very much for the 1,000 biddies again. Viva la llama ranch. Don't worry, the llama ranch will be coming in strong. Do not worry. We got another few stacks of iron, a few more stacks of poppies going on over here. It's all been good. But folks, that's it for the hardcore stream today. That's it. We've got to drop a raid off somewhere. I've got some work to do here. Thank you all so very much for that.
Box Blonde, no, just no.
No, do not start this as we are ending the stream. Do not start that. Eggs, thank you for the 1,400. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. Eggs just earned the 50K bit badge. Hold up here. Thank you so very much for all that, Eggs. That's awesome, dude. I really do appreciate that. 50K bits. That's crazy. Who can we raid? Who's a good person to raid today? I clicked on something. I don't know what I clicked on. Thank you so very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You know what? We are going to go ahead and drop a raid over to Tango Tech. I don't know what he's up to. It says to the end. I think he's working on Hermitcrafty things. Look like he's getting some builds going. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and drop a raid over to Tango Tech. Thank you all so very much for joining in here. Appreciate you hanging out on the stream today. Join in on the raid if you can, folks. That would be absolutely awesome. Spam your flip raids in the chat once you get over there. I spelled his name wrong. Tango Tech. There we go. That's the person. Join on the raid. Flip raid in the chat once you get over there. Don't spam it too much, though. Just do a few times. Just a few little flip raid emotes. I really do appreciate it, folks. Thank you all so very much for all the support today. Happy 2021. We'll be back Wednesday with a stream. Tomorrow's going to be a world tour and download for the hardcore world. Super excited for it. Thank you all so very much. I'm out of here though. Goodbye.